Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live channel reviews. I'm actually really excited for this. So let me show all of you how this is going to work. So let me share my screen and make sure it's working. Alrighty, so today we're going to be doing some live channel reviews. Specifically, this is for those who are using their channels for business growth. And so here, let me make sure that this works. There we go. Okay, so how this is going to work. So right now, I currently have some channels handpicked. I have a little bowl right here of different names. If you want me to review your channel, leave a comment down below, and I'm going to put it into this bowl. I should be able to get to all of them by the end, depending on how many people leave a comment. But still pay attention carefully if I am not reviewing your channel, because you can still pick up a lot of insights just by listening to the critiques that I give other people. So let me look at the studio right now. Let me just make sure that I'm going live here. How do you review a channel? So I'm going to do these channels. So like I said, I have different names picked right here, and I'm going to draw different names. I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be sharing my insights about what can be improved, both with the content and with the overall brand look and appeal. And so that's how that's going to work. Thanks for asking that. Me and my shadows. That's the name of the account who asked. So let me share my screen again. So some of you were asking me before this, like, how do I connect a website to my channel? How do I bring my channel to the next level so that I'm getting more leads and sales? So I'm going to tell you more at the end about how I can help you with that. I do have my Clarity to Cash programs, which is best suited for beginners, and that's going to help you to turn your channel into a six-figure business, regardless of its current size, with my 5-step playbook. So I'll show you how to build your foundations, how to build a website, how to connect it to your channel so that you can turn viewers into buyers. Again, I'll share more at the end, but I just want to tell you in the beginning that the link is down below for that. That comes with training videos, and then also optional Feedback Friday. And then also I have my YouTube Business Accelerator. This is best suited for established content entrepreneurs. So that will help you to maximize the sales of your courses, your coaching, and your memberships by optimizing your content, your web pages, and your YouTube content. So again, there's more info about that, but that comes with group coaching, community, and also the option for my one-on-one guidance. So before we dive into the channel reviews, I want to share an analogy with all of you. So I want you to think of your YouTube channel like a house. Think of your YouTube channel like a house. And when people first visit your house, they're going to gain an instant first impression and then decide whether or not they want to stick around, keep revisiting, and also to invite their friends. So they will if your messaging and your branding is clear and appealing. They understand what problem you solve and for who. They receive value from your content, and they get to know, like, and trust you as an expert in your niche. So your house will serve as your foundation and ensure that your audience understands your channels and your business's purpose. So even if you're someone who has established your channel, maybe you have like a banner, a different profile photo, all that jazz, you still want to constantly revisit your house and do spring cleaning and house renovations, as I call it. This is never a one and done thing. Your YouTube channel, your branding is going to evolve and improve over time. So even myself, someone who's been posting content for a while now, I'm still reviewing and refining my channel's aesthetic look and appeal, because that's people's first impressions. And it's one of those things where you don't have to be perfect. Even big YouTubers, their branding isn't perfect. But it's good to get constant feedback so that you can constantly improve. And the good news is that this doesn't need to be perfect before you get subscribers, before you turn subscribers into buyers of what you're selling. But again, we want to constantly work to improve that. So these are the components of your house that I will analyze. So I'm a very visual person. So my clients know this. I always have like these fun little analogies and like pictures. But there's different components here. So you have your niche and your content pillars. I think of the niche as like the foundation. It is like what everything stands upon. You have to be clear on your niche. If you're posting about all these different topics, then you're going to confuse your audience. And also it's going to lead to burnout and also confusion on your part. And you will be at a point where you're constantly spinning your wheels for months and for years. Now, the niche can be broken down into different subtopics. also known as the content pillars. So it's okay if you're in like a broad niche, like, health or wealth or relationships. Me, I'm in digital marketing, which is broad in itself. And so I narrow that down into different pillars. So I talk about how to get leads and sales organically on YouTube. I talk about useful tools. And then I also talk about the money mindset. So those need to be clear and established. And oftentimes the content pillars and also the playlists that people create are in alignment. So if you have a full content library on YouTube, you can actually organize it into different playlists, and that will help your audience to actually know, like, okay, like what's the breakdown here? And let's say someone's particularly interested in a specific subtopic. Well, it's going to be really helpful for them to see that you have playlists so that they don't have to go scrambling around and searching through your content library for the videos that they're looking for. Also, the banner oftentimes is people's first impressions. I will say probably the most common one of people's first impression is like a thumbnail and a title, because YouTube will recommend videos. But once they actually land on your channel and they actually like click on your profile, it's oftentimes the banner. So you want your banner to be easy to read on mobile. Notice how small this is right now on my screen. That's probably how big it's going to be on people's cell phones. So you want to make sure that the colors that you use really pop. You want to make sure that the font is easy to read, that it's nice and like bold and not too thin, because on mobile, no one can really read that. So there's banners. I think of thumbnails kind of like paintings on a wall in a house. Again, I'm very metaphorical. People will get an impression of that, and they're going to know what you're all about and what your taste is, what you focus on. Think of your profile photo as a representation of you. That's why I have this little statue right here. It's like a representation, And so we'll talk about profile photos, and even in some of the channels that I'm going to review today, even just tweaking the profile photo can help you, because if you have a photo that's not a good representation of you, so people can't really see you, it's kind of dark, then that's not a good brand look. That's not a good first impression. It doesn't look as professional. Also, the trailer, which is the pinned video towards the top. Again, think of that like you're standing at the front door of your house, giving a good first impression. So these are the main components. Oh, and also like your channel description. So that's like the text that people read. Not everyone reads this, but some people do. And so you want to make sure that you have like a good description. The link of your YouTube channel. Some people have like, youtube.com/ and a jumble of letters. You can actually customize that, and we'll talk more about that soon. But then you also have like, watermark and tags. So these are parts that I will analyze. I'm not going to like watch through these channels' content, because that would take more time. That's more in depth. That's something that I focus on in like my coaching and my Created Cash program, and also in my accelerator. So just letting you know that that's not the focus today. So what we're going to do is we're going to see who goes first. I have a number of different names in here. So who wants their name in this bowl? Alrighty, so Will, I already have your name in the bowl, so you're good. Rebecca, yes, let's do Rebecca's channel. I'm gonna write your name on a piece of paper and put it in the bowl. Does anyone else want me to review their channel? And by the way, if you're watching the replay, I do plan to do these again in the future. Rebecca Tripp. Alrighty, Rebecca, you are going in the bowl. If anyone comes in late, I'm more than happy to add you in the bowl. By the way, me and my shadows. All right, let's do you. I'm curious to know what your channel is about. Me and my shadows. I will tell you right away, that kind of sounds scary. Me and my shadows. Some people I've learned don't like shadows and darkness. So even that is a first impression. Me and my shadows. I have no idea what your channel is about, but we will see. By the way, everyone, this is specifically for channels who treat it like a business. So people who sell things. Not scary. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So we'll see. This is specifically for people who use their YouTube to grow a business. So if I put your name in here and I open up a channel and there's like one video, there's no content, then I probably won't review it. Okay, so I do plan to do all of these. I think there's like 10 in here. I probably will need to use the bathroom halfway through. So that's a little warning. I'm drinking some tea here, but it's okay because probably all of you will as well. So I have the first name here. Let's see who we've got. That's funny, Rebecca. I pulled you first and I just put your name in. All right, let's do Rebecca's channel. Rebecca Tripp. Rebecca Tripp. By the way, everyone, go follow Rebecca's channel right now. She's Rebecca Tripp. Inner power training. So let me share my screen right now. Present, share screen. Okay. Going over to Rebecca's channel. Let me just make sure all of you can see this. Okay. All right, we're good. I have my phone up right next to me just to make sure that everything's displaying good. Okay, so Rebecca Tripp, Inner Power Training with Rebecca Tripp, RebeccaTripp.com. That looks great. I see you have your book here. So immediately, this to me, there's like a power in having a book, everyone. If you're someone who like wrote a book, even if it's a free ebook, I would encourage you to put it in the banner, because something about books really establishes your authority and your expertise. So again, as I'm going through these reviews, I'm going to be reviewing Rebecca, but I'm also going to give all of you insights that you can apply for your own channels. And if you're someone who doesn't have a channel yet, well, then take notes, because this is stuff that you want to incorporate when you actually like launch your channel. Oh, Rebecca, you're close to 3,000 subscribers. That's really exciting. You've come a really long way, Rebecca. One thing, Rebecca, that I would recommend. So just by looking at the banner, I don't immediately know what problem you solve for me. Like inner power training, what does that really mean? Because that seems kind of broad. So I would consider maybe adding like a tagline here, maybe like below in between these two flowers, just saying specifically what problem you solve and for who. It could be something as simple as, I help people to manifest their desires, but I would even take it a step further. Like when it comes to what? When it comes to their well-being, when it comes to wealth, health, I would get really specific. So you could say, I help people to manifest their desires when it comes to, and then you can fill in the blank. I would get crystal clear and specific. And I want you to know, everyone, when you niche down, so let's say, Rebecca, you specifically choose like spiritual well-being. That's more specific. Let's say you choose that. I want you to know, everyone, that even if you niche down, that doesn't mean that like you're limiting your content. Actually, it opens up more doors, because when I became known as like the YouTube business expert, so someone who helps people turn viewers on YouTube into buyers, then that's when I became known as the expert in something. And I was so specific, and people kept revisiting my house. They wanted more and more. So little lesson for all of you. So by this point, Rebecca, and this goes for everyone else, if you're someone who's been making content for a while, but you don't know how to niche down, I recommend analyzing your videos. So analyze your videos, see which ones did good, see which ones you enjoyed creating content about, and see which ones you didn't. And then I would narrow it down from there. So you, Rebecca, let's look at your most popular videos. So I'm seeing The Great Awakening, Intuition. Okay, I'm seeing this one did really well. So this one's in regards to like health and wellness. This one's in regard to the Great Awakening. Honestly, Rebecca, this one, there was another one about the Great Awakening that you did that did well. You could just focus on the Great Awakening. You could even focus on like life wave and like, what's the word? Like reversing aging, or like slowing down aging. Rebecca, going back to, here, let me find that slide. Going back to this, Rebecca, I would get clear on your content pillars. So I would be clear. Maybe one of them can be like reversing aging. Maybe another one can be the Great Awakening. Maybe another one can be something like manifesting money. Rebecca, what you can do, I'm just looking here. Okay, so what you could do, Rebecca, some of these videos that did well, what you could do is I would watch them, and this goes for everyone, by the way. I would watch your most popular videos, and Rebecca, you can actually upload a video with like almost the exact same text in the thumbnail, the same title, but you could just redo the video. Like if, let's say, I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have a call to action, but it got 50,000 views. You could remake a video with literally pretty much the exact same thumbnail, same exact title, but just change the content of the video. Say something different, have a call to action in there so that people actually go to the website. Everyone, a big reason why a lot of you may not be turning viewers into buyers is because you're not bridging the gap. There's no call to action. How can people know to take that bridge if you don't tell them about it? So you could even refilm some of these videos and just say like, hey, like click the link in my bio to buy my book or to buy my course. Just by telling people, they're going to become aware, they're going to know. Otherwise, it's very rare. Like if this video took off and there was no call to action, even if people subscribed, it's a very, very small chance that they're actually going to click on the link right here. So I hope that helps you, Rebecca. Let's see what else you have. Let me look here. I'm just looking. I'm not going to watch any content today, everyone. Rebecca, I would commit to shorts again. I would commit to shorts. It's been, what is that? Trying to do math. Over 9 months since you posted a short. I would try it out. It's easier than you think. Even like pulling out your phone and filming like a quick short in your car. You've done that before. You filmed some videos in your car. Shorts are doing really well, everyone. Rebecca, you know what you would be really good at? You would be really good at going live. I know you and your energy, people really gravitate to you. But like when you're live, I've seen you go live, you have like a different energy. Like when you do your workshops, it's more like you're in flow, like people connect. And you're at a point where your audience is big enough. If you go live like I am, you'll probably have like 10 people watching live and like at least like 50, 100 people watching the replay. And they can like still watch you in that energy. So it's really not that hard, Rebecca. What I did before this is like, I have to be careful with this because I'm already going live. If you just hit on this and you click on go live, you can go live straight. Like right now I'm using StreamYard because I wanted to share my screen, but I don't know if that's what you want to do. But I would really like consider like going live. Rebecca, I think you'd be so good at it. And like, I think the audience will love it. And the YouTube algorithm really likes to see when people go live. So I would really recommend that to you. One thing I will say, and then I'll move on to the next person. So, okay, so around here, the branding kind of like jumped all over the place. So this goes for everyone. If you're looking at your own channel, there's like a bunch of different colors, a bunch of different fonts. Yes, colors are nice, but you want to stick to consistent colors and a consistent brand look. We had a good thing going on over here with like, the constant like yellow text, photo of you, nice close up. Notice how close you are in these photos, but like in these, you're very far. On mobile. This would be really hard to read. So everyone, I encourage you to, when you're on your YouTube channel, zoom out like that, because this is how it looks on a mobile cell phone. It's very small, and like text like this, I can't even read that. Like fancy fonts, everyone, is a no-go, because I can't even, certain brains can't read fancy font and thin font. So look at your channel, everyone. If that's the case, I would go back and change it. And Rebecca, you can actually go back and change these thumbnails. Don't think because these are already posted that you can't change them. You can, and I've seen it before where I myself have changed old thumbnails, and out of nowhere, the video starts to take off. So that's something that's really cool about YouTube, is that like each video is like a seed. And when you first plant a seed, it might not sprout, but you can still go back and adjust the essential components. Like a seed, if it doesn't sprout like a real legit seed, I'm gonna give it more water, I'm gonna give it more sunlight, I'm gonna make sure it has more nutrients. So these videos, some of them didn't sprout the way that we want them to, like 43 views, 33 views. And so what you can do is you can adjust its essential components, change the thumbnail, change the title. I'm sure the content is phenomenal. It's kind of like changing a book cover, changing the title of a book. You can go back and you can adjust it, and then boom, the seed sprouts. So this one, these thumbnails are okay, but again, look at how far you are. I feel like you're far. Like in my brain, like subconsciously, it's like, oh, Rebecca's really far away here, whereas here, she's close, she's intimate. I want to click on these. So that's something to consider, Rebecca. So I hope this helped you. I hope this helped everyone else too, because a lot of that stuff can apply to you as well. Okay. Glad to hear, Will, that you'll do the same. Okay, so we just did Rebecca. I still think it's funny, Rebecca, that I pulled you first. Okay, let's see who goes next. If you're someone who's watching and you want me to review your channel, let me know, because I'm going to add you into this poll. Oh, one fell out of the bowl. That means we got a lucky winner here. Let's see who it is. It is Bart Malatz. Bart Malatz. I'm glad that was helpful, Rebecca. Bart, if you're here, let me know. But I'm going to pull up your channel. We got Bart here. Alrighty, Bart. Okay. Just pulling you up, Bart. Okay. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Share. Okay. So here we have Bart's channel. Bart focuses on finance, wealth building, and business. Alrighty, so let's go over here to the this tab. So Bart, I will say first thing, I really dig the orange. Something about it, I don't know. I think you and orange mix very well. So I would honestly, same thing with like same thing like I said with Rebecca, you can go back and you can adjust old thumbnails. I would consider maybe making all these match. Because here's the thing, on YouTube, people can discover you later on. Hold on, why isn't this scrolling? Sorry, my scroll's like, there we go. Okay, so people can discover you later on. And so let's say someone discovers this video. YouTube is going to start recommending your videos, all your other videos to that person. And so we want people to know, oh, that's one of Bart's videos. And so everyone listening, you want your thumbnails to maintain a consistent look. So, same fonts, same colors, a photo of you, but we still want that variety as well. I've seen some YouTube channels where all their videos have literally the exact same thumbnail, same exact photo, same exact text. You never want that, but you do want like a consistent look. So this is a good example here. You see how all of Bart's photos like have orange, a nice picture of him, but they're all different at the same time so that people can differentiate them. That's exactly what you want. So Bart, I would consider going back and adjusting some of your thumbnails. Another thing as well, and by the way, this goes for everyone. If you're someone who's treating your YouTube channel like a business, so in other words, you have a website that you want to drive your viewers to. Here, let's see if this loads. We'll come to this in a second. But and Bart, another thing, I would have orange on here as well. I would make sure that all the branding matches. If you're someone who wants to use YouTube to drive leads and sales for this, remember everyone that people can come across Bart's videos months, years from now. But let's say I was someone, Bart, I didn't know you, and I just came across your channel. I see, okay, you posted 3 videos 4 months ago, and wow, the last video before that was a year ago. Honestly, it seems like you're out of business. That's what I think. If I saw this, I would be like, is Bart out of business? Is this no longer a thing, what he's offering? So I would, this sounds like really simple advice, but Bart, I recommend posting more. Because you want to make the most of YouTube, and if people like this video, interesting. So you focus on some different niches here. Oh, you focused on manifesting before. That's cool. The point is, Bart, like, okay, this video is doing well. Let's say someone comes across this video and they want to look at what else you have. It's like, I'm going to think that your channel is dead, that you're not doing this anymore. So you have to remember, everyone, even if you're not just using YouTube to generate leads and sales, your potential prospects are probably looking at your YouTube channel. And so we want this to give a good impression even to those people, because a YouTube channel serves so much more than like the obvious. It's what potential clients look at before they buy. And so just by improving your YouTube channel, even if you're like, let's say, running paid ads, you can actually increase the chances that they go through with it. That can be the difference between them walking away and them being a long-term and high-paying client. So I don't know about all of you, but before I buy something from someone, I look at all their social media because I want to know who I'm working with. I want to know if they're legit. And honestly, it establishes trust and credibility. So that's what I recommend for you, Bart. Just posting more. What else? Honestly, another thing as well is I recommend redoing your banner. Finance, wealth building, and business. That's very broad, and I don't know what you do for me. See, I buy services in this space, but I don't know what specific problem you're solving for me. Let's see, I think you put it here. I'm a finance manager with an accounting qualification, and on this channel, we explore all things personal finance, wealth building, and business. Okay, so what are you offering me? Let's see. Searching for financial success. Are you tired of working very hard? School for wealth. Okay, so I'm not really sure who this is for. School for wealth, because here's my perspective. The wealth advice that you would give to someone in their 20s is very different than the advice you would give to someone in their 60s. And so I would be really clear on who this is for. So if you already have content for your School of Wealth, then I would ask yourself, like, who is this best suited for? Because I don't know, like, if I was considering buying this, I would be like, I have no idea if this is for me. And if it's somewhere else on here, forgive me for that if I'm missing it, but like, I really don't know who this is for. So me as a potential buyer, I would not put my name or my email in at all. Another thing, everyone, if you have a landing page, a website that you're sending people to, you gotta have video. Video is king. Video increases conversions by over 70%. Can you believe it? 70% just by having a video. What do you put in the video? I talk more about this in my coaching and my accelerator and my programs. But essentially, you want to answer the question in the video of what problem you solve and for who, what makes you credible, the steps that you'll guide someone through, and what the end result will look like. So that's what you want in a nutshell. But yeah, Bart, I would definitely put that on here. And if you're listening, go to your pages and ask yourself, is this crystal clear? What problem I'm solving and for who? So yeah, Bart, I'm just trying to, like, I really don't know what to expect from this. Like, also, like, if you have an academy, it's like, if you have an academy like this, it's like, okay, what does it entail? What are the features? Does it entail like, does it entail like a group? Is it one-on-one? Let me show you. I'm just going to show all of you an example of my website because I'm not promoting this right now, but you can model this part if you're listening. So notice how, like, I have a video on mine. It's very clear what problem I solve and for who. It's very clear what steps I guide people through. I have a 5-step process, but I don't know what you're going to guide me through. And so that's why I'm reluctant to click. But this is what you want as well. You want to be clear on the features. What does it come with? Is it videos? Is it one-on-one? Is it group? I really don't know from looking at this. So everyone listening, if you have a product or service, be crystal clear. Is this your home? Let me see if this is your homepage. Yeah, this is your homepage. I'm not sure. I don't even know who Bart is. If I just landed on this page, I'm like, who the heck is Bart and what makes him credible? If you go to mine, like, you know who I am. Like, I explain my differentiators, and then I also explain like who Ari is. And so I show you all this because all of you who have pages, you need to have this as well. People aren't just going to click your button or put in their email. They have to know, okay, who is this person? Why are they credible? Because people don't even download a free thing, or especially not a paid thing, if they don't know, like, and trust you. So it's super crucial. So yeah, that's my recommendation for you, Bart. Really good profile photo, by the way. I can see you very clearly. But that's for the most part what I have for you. One other thing is, this is a last final thing for you. I would consider some keywords. Like, I know before when I was looking at your channel, like this one, for example, I'm pretty sure like you're referencing Robert Kiyosaki in this, because that's like his whole like thing. Like, he says all the time, our savers, losers. Everyone listening, if you are referencing someone, like a person, a place, or a thing, I would put their name in the title, because that's a highly search-based keyword. And even by putting like insights from Robert Kiyosaki, that's going to help you like to rank. So the way YouTube works, everyone, you have to remember that YouTube is a search engine. So people are typing in specific keywords, and you can increase the odds that your video appears in search just by adding in certain keywords. So that's all I have for you, Bart, for now. But yeah, Bart, if you want to talk more about this, let me know. We can start a conversation. But it's like, you have, the way I think about it, Bart, is like you have like all these really good ingredients, but just by adding in a few more, we can create something really special. So that's the way I think about it, everyone. It's like YouTube and business. It's like you need the ingredients, you need the recipe, and then you got to actually, put the recipe together and then wait for it to bake. Just by putting it's like baking a cake. Cake doesn't, like, it doesn't like bake instantly. No, you got to put the recipe together, and like once it's in the oven, you got to constantly analyze it. Is the bread rising? Like, is it burning? Like, like kind of like a chef. Again, everyone, I'm very metaphorical, so get used to that if you're going to continue to watch this live. Okay, so that was Bart. Don't know if Bart was here, but I will send him the replay. Anyone else want me to add their name into the bowl? Let me know. I know some people are watching live, and I'm more than happy to add you. Okay. Alrighty, let's see who's next. Alrighty, we got someone here. We have the lucky Josh from Spanish Blueprints. Are you here, Josh? Josh is a really good channel, so I'm excited for Josh's. Let me pull his up. I've worked with some people in this niche before, Josh. People who teach a certain language, mostly Spanish. Spanish is a really popular one, but it's big. And I'm going to give you some good insights, because I'm someone, I used to speak Spanish when I was younger, because like my grandmother watched me. But then when I was into preschool, I was speaking English, so I like forgot it. So Josh, you're going to get some good insights from someone who could use some motivation to get back into Spanish. Right? It is a cool name, Spanish Blueprints. I really like it. Okay. Alrighty, Josh. Okay, like I said, everyone, a YouTube channel is like a house, and you get an instant first impression. So for you, Josh, honestly, I have OCD, and something about this blue line does not sit well with me. I don't know what it is, but it's like cutting off like the headline, and like, I don't know, maybe some people in the comments can agree, but like something about this blue line, I would either keep this like all solid one color blue, or you can even like add in something else, but I don't know, something about this, it's even bothering me in this moment. But another thing is I would consider putting yourself in the banner as well. Not totally necessary because, you know, you have your profile photo, but I think it could just really like enhance your overall brand look and appeal. Something else is this tagline here. So create your Spanish blueprint. I would consider something like create and master your Spanish blueprint, because even though I feel like people all the time, they create like a blueprint for learning something, but they don't actually like master it. They don't actually follow through. I've actually done this in college. I took a class all about, it was like called language and learning, and we had to create a project on like what motivated us to learn a language. And like, it's funny because I actually created a plan for it, and I said why I was motivated, but it was just for the project. I wasn't actually motivated. So I created a plan, but I didn't follow through with it. And so, Josh, when people come to you, we want them to know that they're not just going to create a blueprint, but they're going to master a blueprint. Maybe you can find a synonym similar to master, but that's the word, like implement, master, execute, things like that. Because so many people just create a plan, but they never learn the language. Before they know it, 3 or 4 years has gone by and nothing has happened. So yeah, I would put that in there. Have fun, stop stressing, and advance your language skills. Okay, sharing my Spanish journey, my Spanish learning journey. This one right here, Josh, I would recommend that you tie in the viewer. So most people don't just want to watch someone else go through a journey. They want to be invited along in the journey so that they too can reach the success. So maybe you could put something like, bringing you along my Spanish learning journey, something like that, so that the viewer knows that they're not just going to watch you, they're going to become part of a story where they too also master it, and you, Josh, are the guide. So this advice goes for everyone. There's so many YouTubers who position themselves as the guide. Now we're going into some of my course modules, but I want to help all of you in this moment. So I'm not just talking to you, Josh, I'm talking to everyone here. So the way that you want to stand out on YouTube is by positioning yourself not as the hero, but as a guide. Because so many YouTubers are like, oh, look at me, I'm this person and I have this problem and I have this mentor who's helping me go on this journey towards success. So again, Josh, I haven't watched your content in a while, but if that's what you did in your content, you would be like, oh, look at me as I'm learning Spanish, but you wouldn't give people insights. You wouldn't be guiding them. So you could still talk about your story and your mentors and your journey, but you want to end it by tying in the viewer. You want to say, you know, I'm Josh. I went through this journey where I mastered Spanish, and now I'm here to guide all of you who are trying to learn Spanish to take this journey as well. And that's call to action, everyone. So again, we're treating our channels like a business. The call to action is when you invite them on the journey. Yes, you could tell them to subscribe, but you could take it a step further. You could tell them to download your free thing in exchange for their email. You could tell them to sign up for your group mentorship, your one-on-one guidance. Maybe you have like different training videos. Maybe you have a Facebook group community. Maybe you have an app. Maybe you have, what's it called? A subscription blog. There's some of them where you pay monthly, like a newsletter, things like that. So going back to you, Josh, I would, right off the bat, I would position you as the guide and them as the hero. Profile photo, it's good, but something about this plant behind you, I don't know, like it kind of looks like you have green hair. So I would recommend a profile photo where there's like a solid background or nothing messy in the background. So for example, some of these profile photos here, you see how it's like a close-up of someone. This goes for everyone. Close-up of someone, clean background from the chest up. You, Josh, you do have chest up, but something about the messy background. One thing for you, Josh, that's my biggest piece of feedback for you when it comes to thumbnails. Like I see like you have like this background, and it's not like super messy, but it's kind of like distracting. Like my eyeballs are drawn to something like this, where it's more like a solid background or something. Even something like that helps, but still, it's kind of like this one. My eye is drawn to, but I would recommend that, Josh, is like just cleaner backgrounds. Maybe you can stick to a consistent blue throughout yours. I do like the flags though; those look really cool. Like this looks really awesome. But this background, I wouldn't recommend. It's not very like symmetrical, and it could be kind of distracting to people to have that in the thumbnail itself. So you could still film your videos that way, but in the thumbnail, I wouldn't recommend that that's in the forefront. So something else, Josh, I would recommend that you go live more. I see that it's been like 5 months. Maybe you can commit to going consistent like every month. I see that you're using StreamYard as well. But that's something I would recommend because these are like more active viewers. And so maybe that's something you can commit to this year. Something else I noticed is like in your shorts tab, I'm noticing that some of your, and by the way, this lesson goes for everyone. So there's 2 different types of like shorts that you can post. There's ones that are more educational, more search-based, but there's other ones that are more like viral type. So for example, I noticed some before that were more viral type. So in other words, it's not something that people would type into the search bar. It's more so something that would like get a bunch of views at once and then like not appear in search. Your goal, Josh, and everyone listening, your goal is for your ideal viewer, your ideal clients to come to YouTube, type in a question like, here, what's a good topic for you? Something like, type in a question like, I don't know, how to learn Spanish quickly and fluently. Okay. Your goal is to appear here. You want search-based shorts. I'm telling you, everyone, I have a handful of shorts that are appearing in search. Every single day, it is growing my email list. I'm getting subscribers, but also I'm getting views for my long form. So let me show you this, Josh. I just want to show you an example because, for example, if you go to YouTube and you type in how to make a YouTube banner, you will see mine appears first. And if you click on, there's a newer YouTube feature where you can like link the short to the long form. So I'm not just getting views on the short, but it's driving in views for my long form. So it's increasing my watch time. And then in here, I have a call to action to download my free banner template. So it's growing my email list. I noticed for you, Josh, that you do have like a free guide. I would recommend putting that towards the front here in your links section. And because I noticed you have in some of your descriptions, but I would recommend, Josh, that you focus on search-based shorts. So think of like what people are typing in. You can model these, by the way. The easiest way to learn and speak Spanish. Some of this is very specific. Do not always say yo quiero. Learn Spanish. Learn Spanish. I keep saying learn Spanish is like a keyword. Learn Spanish is like in all of these. So for you, Josh, and everyone listening, I encourage you to create search-based shorts. And Josh, that will help you to get views on your long form, because when I look at your shorts, you don't have. I'm guessing maybe some of these are already appearing in search, but like I don't know. This one, I think this one's more viral type. Salsa dance practice with my friend. There's not many people typing in like salsa dance practice. They're typing in the shorts that are probably appearing in search are like salsa dance tutorial, and I don't think that's what your main focus is, Josh. Dancing is great. Don't get me wrong, but like that could be one of your content pillars. Could be one of your content pillars, but like I only see it very little here, so maybe not. But yeah, that's one thing as well. So I would focus more on search-based shorts versus viral ones. Just overall for your videos, Josh, same advice as I gave Rebecca. You can recreate some of your most popular videos. So maybe you can make another video about, what is it? How do you say that? I don't even know how you say that. Duolingo. Okay, that's a mouthful. Anyway, maybe you could make another video about like this. You can make another video with the exact same title, same text in the thumbnail, but you can adjust the content within the video. Maybe you can have a call to action to your free guide. But something I'm noticing, Josh, so again, I've looked at your niche before. I see you have donate. I see you have a blueprint. But Josh, I will say that other people in your niche are standing out much more because they're making themselves available. In other words, like they have one-on-one, they have group, they have maybe not an app. Some of them can create an app, but they have like different courses, different resources. And so, Josh, even though if let's say I find you and I'm really serious about learning Spanish, I'm really serious. And I find other YouTubers who are doing it, they're going to stand out from you because they're offering them. I get access to them. I get access to their resources. And so this goes for everyone listening. Josh, you're treating your channel like a business because you are collecting emails. I don't know if you have like a email sequence to where they can book a call with you, but I'm not seeing it in the forefront. So one way that you can stand out is just by offering that. There was someone like, let's look at someone here. Like, let's check out this guy. If I go to him, it's like, oh, wow. Like, even if I liked you, Josh, this guy here, he's, giving me other products and services. He's giving me other resources. He's standing out. Oh, look, he's worked with people. Wow, like this is a YouTube video can only go so far, everyone. And I want you to know that by offering this, by selling something, it is not a disservice. It is in service because the chances of me learning Spanish from YouTube is much smaller than me learning from like something like this. I don't know what this entails. Maybe I get access to him. They get an app. I'm not going to read all this now, but maybe you can like delve into this, Josh. Josh, if this is something you want to do, I'm not saying you have to do this. People listening, you don't have to do this, but it definitely helps you to stand out. And honestly, I think without it, oops, I did not mean to stop sharing. I think without it, here, let me share screen again. Did not mean to stop doing that. I think without it, you're not like standing out as much. I think you could be leaving money on the table because these 5,000 people subscribe to you. I don't know how many views you have. The chances of them like, here's the thing, like the chances of them like becoming a buyer is like very high. Like, how do you see where someone has your channel, Josh, has 500,000 views. If you were offering something, it's like impossible for one of those people to not want to work with you. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to pursue this, Josh, let me know. We can have a conversation. I can tell you about my accelerator or my Clarity to Cash program. Only if you want to do it. Again, everyone, you have to have the drive and the motivation. You have to want to do it. But if you do it, I mean, I'm telling you, everyone, I don't know what your situations are. I don't know what yours is, Josh. Maybe you work another job. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you earn ad revenue, but it's not enough to pay your bills. This can be something that earns you full income. I'm telling all of you, that's what I do. And I have a smaller audience. But when you have systems and processes in place to turn a viewer into a buyer, a long-term buyer, not just a one-time buyer, but where they get access to you every month, they benefit from you, then I'm telling you, everyone, you can turn this into a business. And I'll tell you more about that at the end. But Josh, if you want to do that, let me know. Other than that, though, Josh, I think you're on a really good track. You're very consistent. You seem to have really good content. I love how like a lot of your thumbnails like stand out. Like there's a lot of intrigue. I suck at Spanish. That makes me want to click on it. There's intrigue. Mexican accent, interesting. See, me being Mexican, I want to like click on some of these. That's good. That's a good thing. Maybe you can incorporate some other like Puerto Rican or Cuban ones if you have that. I don't know what or Spain, I don't study. Yeah, Josh, you're doing a really good job. You're on a really good track. You could keep doing this and you can keep growing your channel. And it could be something that gives you some side income. Maybe one day it'll be more sufficient with more subscribers. But I'm talking like if you want to get to that place like sooner rather than later, let me know. But yeah, that's all I have for Josh. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hi, Jen. I have your name in this bowl. Maybe I'll pull you next. Who knows? Alrighty, well, I'm drawing this. Is there anyone listening who wants me to add their name in the bowl? Got a few people in here. Okay, all right, I got someone else. We've got, that's funny, Jen, I actually pulled you. That's so funny. That's hilarious. What a coincidence. All right, Jen, I'll get you pulled up here in a second. Let me just close some tabs. I opened a lot for Josh. Alrighty, Jen Lindsay. Jen Lindsay, what a pretty name. Jen Lindsay. Alrighty, Jen, I got some stuff for you. Okay, so Jen, if you don't mind, you made a comment, when was it, this morning on my community tab, and I would love to share it because I think others can learn from it too. So if that's cool, I'm going to share the comment you made. It's under my community tab, so it's public anyway. You all could have come across it anyway. right, let me share my screen. Share screen. Okay. Jen, I'm going to share this comment because a lot of people can learn from it. So, Jen, I actually took a poll on my YouTube like 5 months ago, and I went back to it because I'm actually now doing the channel reviews. And I told Jen, okay, I put your name in the little cup. I'll be doing it tomorrow. And so Jen said, awesome. Thank you, Ari. I'm open to any constructive feedback you have. You'll notice I haven't been very consistent lately, which is because I'm primarily focused on developing an online course right now. I'll get back to being more consistent after I've launched my course to help 20-somethings overcome their insecurities in the summer. Appreciate your time. The reason I wanted to bring this up, everyone, is because this is something I see a lot of YouTube entrepreneurs do. They decide, okay, I do want to treat my channel like a business. Let me take the time to create a course. And then once the course is done, then I'll start creating content again. I want you to know, everyone, that when it comes to this, I have a module about this somewhere. This is here. Okay, so when it comes to this, everyone, I want you, Jen, I want you to think of it this way. I want you to imagine that you are walking two paths and you have one foot on each path. One path is the content creation route, and the other one is the business route. You want to have one foot on each. In other words, as you are creating your course, I encourage you to continue to make content and to engage with your audience and to also build your audience. Why? Let me give all of you an analogy. There was this one person in my network, and she wanted to make a course helping teachers. And so she had a LinkedIn following. And I told her, I was like, you should go live on LinkedIn before you make the course. And she's like, no. Let me first take the 3 to 4 months to make the course, and then I'll go live. But I kept telling her, and I was like, okay, do your thing. So she did it. And guess what? When she launched the course, she heard crickets. Even though she had a following full of teachers, they didn't want to buy. And the reason is because she wasn't engaging with them. And because when she finally went live after the course was done, she realized that the teachers didn't want the course that she made. The course that she made wasn't in alignment with what the audience wanted. The audience actually wanted to learn about ChatGPT. And so then she had to go back to the course and redo it, add things in, and essentially it was a waste of her time. And so a lot of people go about this the wrong way. Here, let me show you. Where did I put that module? Here, let me think. Some of this is messy, so ignore it. But a lot of people go about this in the wrong way. I think it's this one. So a lot of people decide, okay, this is the wrong way to go about it. You notice the X. A lot of people, first they make the course, and then they make the landing page, and then they try to get the word out. But the right way to go about it is to first market, talk to your audience, see what it is that they want. These 20-something-year-olds, what are they really looking for in a course? What are really their specific problems? Because we're going to talk more about this, Jen. Some of your videos aren't really addressing the true problems that these 20-something-year-olds have. Let me tell you in a second, because I am a 20-something-year-old. I had to think about that. I'm 24. Why did I think about that? I'm not used to saying my age. Anyway, I'm 24, so I can give you advice on that. But you want to talk to your audience, see what they want. Once you know for sure, okay, they have X, Y, and Z specific problem, then you want to create the landing page. And then you want to create your products and services. Here's what I mean. When I made, again, I'm just showing this for the sake of the example. When I made this page, it evolved over time, but when I first made this page, I actually didn't even film one module. I first made the page, and then I promoted the page to see if there was interest, because I didn't want to make a course that no one was interested in. So I first made the page. I had an apply now button. That's what this is. It's an apply now button. And I put the page out and I was promoting it. And at first it didn't get any traction. But, and then I adjusted the page. And once people started to show interest, then I took the time to make it. So that's the first thing I want to tell you, Jen. I would recommend, I don't think that this is the best approach. This right here. I think you're doing yourself and also your audience a major disservice. So that's my whole little rant there. If you really are serious about that, Jen, let me know. You can message me after this, or I do have my Clarity to Cash, and then also you can apply for this right here. I wasn't even meaning to promote that, but that's the first thing I want to tell you, Jen. Here, let me get rid of these tabs, and then I'll dive into your specific channel. So one thing, Jen, is I would recommend looking at your channel. I would recommend in the banner getting clear on what you do. So I would have a tagline. Like, I don't know from looking at your banner that you help 20-something-year-olds. I could tell from looking at this right here, but a lot of people don't look here. It's good to have your tagline as the first sentence of the about section. This goes for everyone. It's good to have your tagline here, but you want to have it in the banner as well. I would also recommend a photo of you, Jen. Photo of you, tagline of what problem you solve and for who. A good framework, everyone, is I help person solve problem or reach desire. So for you, Jen, it could be like, I help 20-year-olds to fill in the blanks, to there's a lot of ways that you can say this, to figure out their careers, to establish their priorities, to overcome loneliness and anxiety. So I would be clear on your tagline. Something else that I'm noticing, Jen, when I look at your videos, here, let's go over to the video tab. By the way, Jen, this is constructive criticism. I want you to know you did great so far, Jen. I will say you did a really good job, but like, you have overall good thumbnails. I can read your thumbnails on mobile. So this is a good thing, everyone. Notice how when I zoom out for Jen's thumbnails, notice how I can actually read it. This is great, Jen. A lot of people don't hit the mark with this. But for you, I can read stuff on here. This is a good exercise, everyone, to make this really small. And then you can try to read it that way. But good job, Jen, with that. Great job putting a photo of you. There's a close-up. I can see who Jen is. Good titles overall. Overall, yeah, you're really good at structuring titles. There's keywords in there. How-tos. Imposter syndrome, great keyword. A lot of these are things that a 20-year-old could type in. Job, career change, great. One thing, Jen, though, that I think we can do, so here's something that I've learned from personal experience. Think of it this way. So I'm really giving out a lot of my course material here, but I really want to help all of you. What I tell my clients, Jen, is that, okay. I want you to picture, Jen, that your audience is on a place called Hell Island. These 20-something-year-olds, think of the biggest pains that they have. They're lonely. They don't know what their careers, what they should look like. They're not taking care of their health. Their mental health is in shambles. And then they want to get to this place called Heaven Island, where their life is figured out. What else? They have their dream body, maybe their dream boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is. And you, Jen, are the guide. You are guiding them from hell to Heaven Island. And you built a bridge, aka your YouTube videos and also this course that you have coming out. So I've noticed from personal experience that when you make videos focused on the Hell Island, sometimes you tend to attract people from a place of negative thinking, scarcity, and victim mode. In other words, the 20-year-olds who are drawn to these videos, oh, I don't have friends, I hate myself, I'm fearful. If they gravitate to this, it's kind of like they're kind of looking at it through a negative lens. Like the glass half empty, glass half full. They're looking at, oh my God, my glass is half full. Whereas here, let me show you something. Let me show you an example of a video that's speaking to the empowered individual. Gary V graduation. Okay, this video right here is speaking to the 20-year-old who is empowered. They're excited. They want to create an amazing, great life. I recommend that you watch this video. He's very motivational. The greatest years of your life, what to do after college. He's positive. He's talking about Heaven Island. He's giving good practical advice. So me, Jen, when I graduated from college, when I was in my early 20s, I was watching videos like this because I wanted to own my future. I wanted to create a great life. Whereas I had friends where they weren't empowered. They were more so in scarcity, in fear, in victimhood. Do you know what I mean? And if you make videos like this, you're going to be attracting those types of people. Now, when it comes to treating your channel like a business, everyone, trust me, it's much better to work with empowered people. because just generally speaking, they're, excuse my language, they're less of a pain in the ass. They don't complain. They show up. They do the work. They don't expect you to hold their hand. And it's easier to get them a result because they're motivated. They're empowered. These types of people, they're probably going to be coming to you. I think of certain friends of mine. I love my friends, but I'm just using them as an example, where they, they're crying, they're in victim mode, they're pointing fingers, they're blaming. It's not the best. So everyone, I want you to see how the energy that you put out is what you get back. If you're speaking, and I didn't watch any of your videos, maybe your videos are super empowering, super uplifting. I'm just telling you from the front end. Like this video right here looks really sad, really sad. I'm not seeing any empowerment here. Some of this is good. Some of this is good. Like mindset tips. What else do we have? I see the word bad. Stop trying to be happy, but I like being happy. This is my thoughts. How progress can change your life. Oh, that's good. That's positive. How to be grateful. This is great. How to be grateful. So Jen, you did do a good job of this. I'm not being like negative here, but I just want to point that out. I hope that helps you from here on to create more content like that, because I'm telling you, I want you to be successful with this. I want you to have an abundant audience of people who are inspired by you, who appreciate you, who take control of their lives versus the people who don't. So another thing as well is I do recommend a more consistent brand look. You're doing a really good job down here, but like a little bit, like probably around here, we started with the blue, the yellow. It's kind of some inconsistency here. This one, it's good and simple, but like I would recommend keeping your face in there. Not sure who this is. This doesn't look like you. Maybe it is. But I would always put a photo of you. I think it does much better. So one question for you, Jen, and then I'll leave you with this. What problems do people in their 20s really have? Yes, maybe they have no friends. Maybe they're lonely. Maybe they're self-hating, but like, what else? You had some in here, like maybe jobs, maybe side hustles, maybe like mastering their health. We can go on about this, but I want you to get clear on your content pillars, like the subcategories of what you're focusing on. And then I would make playlists on that. Do you have playlists? Let's look. Videos, develop self-love, discover who you are. This is beautiful. I like these pillars. Self-love, who you are. Here's the thing though, like as a 20-year-old, as someone who's your ideal client, yes, this is speaking to the empowered person, develop self-love, who you are, but I'm not going into YouTube and typing that in. I'm just telling you as your ideal client. I'm not typing in how to develop self-love. I'm not typing in how to figure out who I am. I'm typing in, well, I mostly have my career figured out, but before I was typing in like, what should I do with my degree? What to do after college? What else? I was looking for specific opportunities. I was looking how to network with people who were like-minded to me. What else? A lot of it's around career, Jen. I think you'd be really good at that in general. Maybe something like mindset is good too, but like really think of what they're typing in, like how to, relationships is a big one. Relationships, especially for getting clear on what people want with relationships. That could be a whole pillar in itself. So let's see what else you have. Yeah, just really think, Jen, what are people in their 20s really typing in? And if you want, as your ideal client, I can help you more with that. I love going live, but we need like a good back and forth conversation. I'm just looking at the comments now. Okay, Jen, I hope you found that helpful. Cool. Alrighty. Let me draw another name here. Thank you, Will, for chiming in there. Okay, let's see who's next. Got a winner. Darcy Bedford. Darcy is a good friend of mine. Darcy, are you here? All right, Darcy, I got some things for you. Let me just close some of my tabs. Let me know if you're here, Darcy. If not, I'll just send you the replay after this. Darcy's got a really solid channel, everyone. Here, let me show you. Okay, Darcy's business. If everyone wants to. By the way, everyone, if you could all subscribe to the people who I am sharing, I know everyone would appreciate the support. We can support each other in this. Okay, so Darcy's business. All right, Darcy. So everyone can see that Darcy has a pretty good established audience, close to 30K. She has a really solid niche. So one thing, Darcy, is that I noticed on your channel, you have some really solid content pillars. Because when it comes to like business, especially online business, making money, it's very, very broad. So you and I are actually in a similar niche, but we have different pillars. So I see that with your playlists, you're very clear. LLC business formation, grants, how to get free money using AI, very clear and specific. So you got a really good solid foundation and good content pillars. I will say though that looking at your banner, I don't know what you do. Darcy's business, online business, money. So when I see something like this, when someone puts like 3 words like this in the banner, I see that as like the content pillars. But to me, Darcy, this seems very broad. So I would change this to LLC business formation. Maybe you can abbreviate that as LLC formation, or just LLC grants, and then like AI. That would tell me what you do. Also something with this banner, I don't know, something with like the city. Like when I first saw it, I was like, are we getting sleepy in the city? Like I wasn't sure what I wasn't sure what this is right here. Because I see someone sleeping and I see the city. It's like, oh, it's nighttime and they're sleeping, like in the city. Like I'm not. There's a cognitive dissonance. Maybe you're trying to communicate, make money when you sleep, but I had to think about it. I was like, why is someone sleeping here? So little stuff, everyone. If you're listening, like little things like this can create cognitive dissonance. So there's a bit right here. I'm not sure if the city is very fitting. I'm not really sure what the city communicates. I get that city can communicate like wealth, but someone like me who wants to create wealth, I'm actually not like drawn to like the city as much. So some people, when they think of money, they don't think of the city. They think of like, palm trees and like, traveling and stuff. And so like, I would honestly recommend like a solid background. Not saying you have to do it, but I would just recommend it. Subscribe now. That's a good call to action. But like, is there like a better call to action, Darcy? Like maybe like, I don't know, like what do you got here? Let's check you out. Oh, wow, there's a lot here. Darcy, I'm overwhelmed. When I go to this page, I'm a bit overwhelmed. Let me ask you something. Are people really consuming these resources? Because let's say they're only consuming like 4 or 5. Even narrowing it down, here's the thing, this goes for everyone. If you have a link tree and there's too many buttons, the more buttons that you add, the less likely that someone will actually click on them. I get it, Darcy, if people are actually clicking on these, fine, you can keep it. But maybe you can create a page like I have where it's like a menu. See, to me, like this is less overwhelming because there's like a photo, there's a label, and then there's like a little description. Maybe you can create something for this where like you give me an explanation of like each, and it's more of like a menu. Do you know what I mean? Like this is a menu, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm just telling you, like from my perspective, I'm overwhelmed when I see this. Anyway, we brought that up because I was wondering if there's like another. You could even say something like you can have like your clear pillars, and then you can say something like click the link in my bio for useful tools and resources. That sounds kind of long, but like something along those lines. Yes, people know that they can subscribe, but like again, Darcy, you can really stand out from what other people are doing by making it clear that you offer additional help, additional tools, and additional resources through this. So I think you could bridge the gap between someone being a viewer and someone being a buyer. And I know you are mainly doing affiliates. So again, everyone, turning a viewer into a buyer doesn't mean that they need to buy something that you created. They could be a buyer of something that someone else created that you promote. So I just want to give all you that perspective. Like Darcy's doing affiliates. So a lot of these companies she doesn't own. Like Best Bang for Creators, this is an affiliate because this is a special link that they gave Darcy. I know that there was one, for example, where was it? Bank. I thought it was this one. You had one for Relay, and it was very obvious that it was like Relay. Darcy's business. So I actually used Darcy's affiliate link to sign up for Relay once. So you see everyone, Darcy didn't create this product or service. She's just promoting it. And if someone signs up, then she gets usually it is a percentage of the commission, but I think for certain ones like this one, it was like $200 bonus or something like that. one thing, Darcy, going back to your channel. So I would recommend adjusting the banner. This right here. So me, when I notice that this is just me, but when I see that YouTubers put, oh, new videos every Monday and Wednesday, I look and I'm like, let me see if they actually do that. Darcy, I don't see that you're posting every Monday and Wednesday. Maybe you fell off the track for a little bit, but I don't know. For me, like, this is like a small little thing. Like, you want to like, because when I see that, it's like, oh, like her content's like, I can't actually expect it every or twice a week. So I would actually recommend removing that until maybe you're at a point when you are posting that consistently. I don't know. I just think like when a creator puts this, like some people who are like really big fans, if they tune in Wednesday and there's no video, it's going to be like, man, like she said that she posted every Wednesday. And I don't want to say it breaks trust, because I'm sure they still trust in you as the person, but it's kind of like, oh, it's not as reliable as I hoped. So that's one perspective. Darcy, I noticed that you have some different ways that you show yourself. And so what I mean by that is like different animations. So like, look at this animation compared to how you look in the banner, compared to like how you look here. Like there's some, like you kind of look different across your content. And so it's not the most consistent branding, I will say. I would stick to one. So like, for example, like I'm kind of like you, where like I do like to make my photos pop. And so like I'm constantly like putting on like the exact same filter onto like all these. And so for you, Darcy, I would recommend, like, there's no one that's right or wrong, but I would just stick to one, because I'm just seeing like some inconsistent branding when I look here to here to here. So that's just a small thing, but it's like something I can go a long way, is just consistent branding. Because remember, everyone, that this can be people's first impression. What else? Also, I would recommend sticking with the same blue. So maybe you can get the hex code for this blue and always like stick to it. Because I'm noticing like different variations of like blue, and even earlier on, like there's so many different ones. So what you can do is like, you could even use like Canva. So they actually have like a color picker here in Canva. So let's say hypothetically, I want to know the color of this. Where's the color picker? Okay, so what you can do, everyone, I'm just playing with Canva. Let's say I wanted to know, like, they have like this color picker tool. And so if you actually like go over a color, it'll tell you like the hex code. So for you, Darcy, I would like figure out what the hex code is for the blue that you like the most. So let's say you really like the blue in your banner. You could take that, pop it into Canva, and you can like grab the color picker. See, grab the color picker. This goes for everyone too, if you want to know what the color is. And you can always use that when you're editing your stuff. So that goes for everyone. I would stick to a consistent blue so that there's consistent branding. What else? Another thing, Darcy, is like, and this goes for everyone. Darcy, you're not the only channel where I've seen them like post a vertical video like this. So everyone, shorts on YouTube are a maximum of 60 seconds. And so Darcy, I don't know if you meant for this to be a short, but right now it's underneath your long form videos tab. It's not underneath the short tab. So when I see a video like this underneath regular videos, I don't know, it doesn't look as professional. You see how it's just like a snippet of you talking right here? So you could keep this on your channel, or if you are to keep it, I would recommend adding a thumbnail onto it. You can add a thumbnail so that it like goes well with the rest of your videos with your content library. Or what you can do is you could remove it and then shave off 30 seconds and then put it underneath the shorts tab. So yeah, everyone, just generally speaking, it's not a good practice to put like videos like this that are filmed horizontally underneath the long form videos. Could they still do good? Yes. Could they still turn a viewer into a buyer? Yes. But generally speaking, for a lot of people, it's kind of like a turnoff, because it's like, oh, doesn't this go underneath the long form? Some people will just click off a video just for that, and then it will reduce the retention, the watch time. So that's another thing as well. Another thing as well, Darcy, is in your community tab, I see that you're very engaged with it, which is good. Everyone take note of this. Notice how engaged Darcy is in her community tab. She's, engaging her audience, giving them good resources, beautiful. Good quotes, great. She's doing polls, phenomenal. Something else you can do, Darcy. So one of my mentors taught me this. This is like a newer YouTube feature, but what you can do, here, let me show you on mine. What you can do is you can actually promote long form video. So if you go to community, you can actually promote long form. So if I click on video, I can like choose one of mine. And then it's cool because when you do that, it will automatically play. So I did it for this one. It will automatically play for people when they're scrolling through on YouTube and they don't have to click on it. So this is a good way. And I noticed in my studio, a certain percentage of the viewers actually came from this community tab, this YouTube feature. So that's a good little practice that you can do because I see that your audience is pretty engaged in the community tab. So you can just like get more leverage by doing it that way. A couple more things, Darcy. I would consider going live more. I see you streamed something 2 months ago, but you have a very big and engaged audience. And for everyone listening, when you go live, there's a different energy versus you just doing a pre-recorded video. And it's really nice because right now I'm going live. I don't gotta edit this after. I don't gotta like, upload it. It's gonna be edited. Well, it's not gonna be edited, but it's gonna be done and uploaded. So that's something that you can do, Darcy. And if you have calls to actions, this goes for everyone. Calls to actions that you do in live convert better than if you just do long form. So you, Darcy, you have like this whole list of stuff and you can actually get more people to say yes to your affiliates if you like go live with them. So that's something else. Last thing as well, Darcy, I've noticed this with you because I watch your content. Your content actually helped me when I was establishing my LLC. So thank you for that. Everyone, Darcy gives really good advice with like good credit cards, good business bank accounts. Personally, for me, this is like one of the biggest things I was struggling with when I started my business was just like the legal and like that whole component. But Darcy really did help me with that. So check out her content. But one thing, Darcy, is I've watched your videos before and they're really good. They're really spot on. And then I look in the comments and you're giving people so much value, which is good. We want to do that. But I'm just like, man, like if Darcy had some type of like membership, some type of monthly Q&A forum, or she offered like one-time sessions, like, man, like she could really be making bank with this. I'm not saying you have to do that, Darcy. You can keep doing this. And like, this goes for everyone. You don't have to offer that stuff. But if you did, like, you could really like monetize beyond just the YouTube Partners program, beyond just these affiliates. So Darcy, it's something to consider. If you want help with that, Darcy, let me know. But overall, yeah, I think you're really spot on, Darcy. You focus on really good, relevant topics that people need. This is all stuff that people like, not all people, but stuff that people in this space like need. And you're doing good at like keeping up with the trends with like the AI tools, the ChatGPT, the grants. There's so much value here, Darcy. And I think you could really take it to like a whole nother level if you wanted to. But it's almost like, I don't want to say like you're leaving money on the table, but like the value that you're giving in the comments, it's like people would be willing to pay for that. No, I'm not saying don't help people, but it could be one of those things where like a Zoom that you do with someone, a one-on-one, or even if it was like a, what's it called, like a paid subscription group, maybe like on Discord or I don't know, like somewhere like that. I mean, people would really value from that because what people are doing now, this is what I did. I was watching all these videos, all these different advices, but I just really wanted someone to talk to, someone who would like understand my business, what my goals are so that I can make the best informed decisions. So again, everyone, when we offer products and services, it is in service. It is so helpful because like, it's like you're offering additional help. Don't think of it like you're selling. Think of it like you're serving them beyond just a YouTube video. So I think that's all I had for you, Darcy. Alrighty, good stuff, everyone. I really have to pee, so if you all could stay tuned, maybe I'll have to run to the restroom as well, but I'm gonna be like super fast. Okay, so give me like 1 minute. Thanks, everyone. I told you I'd be fast. Wow, everyone's still here. Cool. Alrighty, thanks guys for staying. Alrighty, so I'm gonna draw another name. Is there someone who wants me to add their name to the bowl? Put it in the comments because I'm more than happy to add your name. Alrighty, let me just make sure I didn't miss anyone. Thanks everyone for these nice comments. I know these will help those listening. Who do we have next? We have Dominique Zainab. You hear Dominique? I'm doing yours next. Dominique, what a pretty name. Dominique, unique. Dominique, beautiful. I don't think I know many Dominiques because it is unique. Okay, all right, Dominique, where you at? Just pulling up your channel, Dominique. Okay, we have Dominique here. Let me show everyone her screen. Okay, everyone, this right here is Dominique. So this is the homepage of her YouTube channel. So everyone, if your YouTube channel looks like this, again, I remember we talked about like the niche. We talked about the niche and we talked about like the different pillars. I also mentioned how your pillars can align with your playlists. So me, for example, like I have my different playlists and notice how like they appear on my homepage. You see that? And so what I recommend for you, Dominique, is once you're clear on your niche and your different pillars, I would recommend putting them onto playlists so that they display here. Because some people may look at this and be like, oh, she only has 3 or 4 videos. They have to scroll to see more. They have to go over to the videos tab to see like your whole content library. So just that one little thing can go a long way. Because remember, everyone, that the YouTube channel is like a house. Oftentimes it's like people's first impressions. So I would adjust that. And then also, Dominique, when I look at like your banner, I don't know what you do. I don't know what problem you solve and for who. And I don't know what value I can get. Honestly, if I don't know if this channel is for me like right away, I'm not going to come back, because rise with Zainab, which is your last name, rise with Zainab, that can mean anything. Like rise to what? Rise to financial success, rise to physical health, like what? Everyone listening, we want to be clear and specific. If you look at your banner right now and you can't immediately tell what it is that you do, then you want to redo the banner. Dominique, I would recommend putting in like a photo of you and also a tagline. You can either put a tagline or different content pillars, kind of like how Darcy had in the last one. But I would recommend that because, yeah, I just don't know what you do. And I really do like the pink and the white. Maybe we can stay consistent with that throughout the rest of these videos. Remember, everyone, that when it comes to YouTube, you can go back and adjust the thumbnail and also the title. Told you guys that YouTube videos are like books on a shelf. Once it's published, you can't change the content of the video, but you can change the book cover and also the title. So for you, Dominique, I would recommend going back and sticking with this font. I like this font. This one's hard to read. I know it's your last name, it's kind of like a signature, but like even like right here, like that word girl, I can't like see it. Certain brains, everyone, again, can't pick up on that. It looks like a squiggle. And so you always want to like maintain like clear, bold font. This right here is good. I would stick to this color and this font throughout your thumbnails. So there's one thing. Also, your profile photo. So I can't, you, Dominique, like I'm noticing that your profile photo, it's not really centered. And then also, this goes for everyone, it's not as effective to have a profile photo where you're like far away. So I can only see like I could see like your pants up, but it's good to like have like your shoulders up. Like these 3 right here are good examples. I can clearly see the faces. I feel intimate with them. This one as well. This one too. But you want to have like your face fully in there. Dulce, if you're listening, the cat kind of blends in with your hair here. So the cat's black, but that's a little side note if Dulce is listening. Anyway, so for you, Dominique, I would have your head take up like this much. You see where my mouse is? And then I would have your shoulders. And then I would keep the clean and white background. Honestly, Dominique, when I first saw this, I don't want to like, okay, I'll just say it. When I was zoomed out, I kind of thought your pants were undone. It kind of looks like the zipper is like open and like the shirt is tucked in. But obviously I see it's like a bow, but I'm going to be honest, that's what my brain thought. It kind of looks like your zipper was down. So I would recommend adjusting that, because when it's, especially on mobile, when it's like small, you I don't mean to like, it's a great photo. I don't mean to like, offend you in that way, but like, that's what I thought. And so I tell you that because I want you to come off as like professional. I don't want other people to think that as well. So talked about that. We talked about the playlists, talked about the consistent brand look. Yeah, Dominique, especially videos like this, I would like redo the thumbnail if it's like vertical. I would either add in like a thumbnail, or I would shorten these down to 60 seconds and post them underneath the shorts tab. I was telling Darcy this in the last review that I did. It's not good to post vertical videos because it's better for the shorts tab. It's more optimized. The biggest thing, Dominique, is I'm not exactly sure, again, like what problem you solve in for who, because I'm seeing some videos where it says like, come with me to Costa Rica. But if I spend the 5 minutes to watch that video, what am I going to get? What value am I going to get? What problem is this going to help me solve? If it was something like how to travel while pregnant, that could be helpful to some people. But again, everyone, I was telling this for Josh's review, Dominique, and so you can go back to this. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but like I was telling Josh earlier, he was the Spanish Blueprints guy. I was telling him how you want to position yourself as the guide there to help other people with their problems. You can still absolutely talk about your story and how you traveled to Costa Rica pregnant, but the way you want to position yourselves in your thumbnails, in your titles, in your videos is by being the guide. Like, yes, I went through this journey. I traveled to Costa Rica while pregnant, but let me show you how you can travel while pregnant as well. And so that's one example, but still, even from that, like I'm seeing videos like that. I'm seeing looking for 10 women, don't know for what, just from the thumbnail. The power of affirmations, how to become a high paid content creator. Okay, so I'm seeing things about content creation, pregnancy, UGC, credit. I don't know what Dominique is the expert in. Dominique, if you really want to focus, what would be a really good focus for you, which I don't think I see the keyword here, digital nomad lifestyle. There's whole channels just on that. And I believe that your content can fit underneath that umbrella. That's another way I think of like the niche and the subtopics. It's like an umbrella and there's different like spokes on the umbrella. So for you, Dominique, that's mine. I would consider that like maybe your whole channel can be like digital nomad lifestyle. And that can help with all of this, how to travel while pregnant. Mindset definitely plays a role. I feel like a lot of digital nomads have like really empowering and like abundant mindsets. And then all this stuff about making money online, UGC, credit can fall underneath that. But yeah, I would try to rank for that keyword because it's really what you're doing here. Again, Dominique, I'll say it again. I would go back and redo some of these thumbnails so that it has a more consistent look. Because let's say I discover this video of yours, and let's say YouTube starts to recommend me your content, because that's what YouTube does, everyone. If you watch someone's video, you may have seen it before, where like on your homepage underneath the suggested, they'll recommend more of the creator stuff. But if I watch this video and I like it, I see Dominique, I like her personality, but then YouTube recommends me this one, I have no idea that that's the same creator. So you want to maintain a consistent look and feel across your stuff. And again, I would stick to the pink and the white, and I would always have a photo of you in there. I really like the green too. I didn't think that green and pink went good together, but honestly, you really pull it off. Those can be your brand colors. Yeah, you really make that work. Yeah, you look really good in green. So good job with that. But another thing I noticed, so this is a little lesson for everyone. Where did I put this? I think it's here. So this is a lesson for you, Dominique, but also for everyone else. So a big reason, everyone, why people don't earn money on YouTube and why they don't turn viewers into clients is because these 5 components are not in alignment. So first, they're not clear on who their target audience is. So they make content for everyone, and the webpage doesn't really speak to anyone in particular. Thus, they don't earn cash and help that person. But if you're crystal clear on who you're helping, So for you, Dominique, if you're like, I help digital nomads to, let's say, master their finances, and you created content that's in alignment with what that person is looking for, if you did that then, and you had a page that was speaking to that person, you would earn cash and make a contribution. I don't want to say effortlessly, but like much easier. And so for you, Dominique, like I'm seeing your content, which is kind of all over the place. And then when I go to your website, stop overthinking and start creating the life you truly deserve. This is very broad and it's not speaking to a particular person. Stop overthinking and start creating the life. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's so broad. It's like, what do you mean? Like, how are you going to help me create the life I deserve? What does that mean? Is this, whatever it is, I'm probably, as a buyer, I would think this sounds very vague. And so the content is probably going to be vague. You want to speak to a particular person. Yeah, I really do like the green. This green is kind of bright. Little thing, this green kind of hurts my eyeballs. Maybe we can like change it. Maybe we can make this like a little less like, fluorescent green. Another thing, Dominique, I was telling Bart this earlier. He was like the second channel I reviewed. Video on a landing page increases conversions by 70%. So you want to make a video on here. First, I would get clear on this offer. I would be clear on the headline. What problem are you really solving and for who? I help this person solve this problem. Me, I help entrepreneurs get leads and sales organically on YouTube. You see how specific that is? If I just said in my headlines, I will help you to grow your business, I wouldn't turn any viewers on YouTube into buyers. So this goes for you, Dominique, but also people listening. January calendar now open. Okay, private. Okay, so there's some cognitive dissonance. Okay, so I'm seeing here, download the free guide, but then I scroll down here and I'm seeing private one-on-one call, private one-on-one coaching, live course. I am confused on this offer. Usually an offer page should have one. If this is a homepage, again, I just show you this as an example that you can model. This is my homepage, and notice how I have like a very clean menu. I don't know if that's what you were trying to accomplish here, like a menu of what you have, but it bounces around. You see that? Like this looks like a button to me, which I don't think it is. It looks like a button. And so when people come to a specific page, like let's do my accelerator, you want to clearly break down the features. So like in this section, I break down all of my features of this program. And so I don't know if this is like one offer. I don't know if this is like many, but like I'm very confused here. Is it a free guide or is it like call or coaching? I don't know. Okay, is this different than this? Get one-on-one support. Then there's a community. Let your journey begin. Dominic, I'm not like laughing you in a disrespectful way. I'm just like, I want to be honest with you from a person like looking in. Sometimes everyone, when we make pages, like we're so in the thick of it that we need outside perspective to like see the picture fully. So Dominique, I'm doing this out of love so that you can like, I truly want you, Dominique, to earn money with this, but this is the stuff that needs to be cleaned up. Let your journey begin. What journey begin? My journey to what? Again, I don't know what problem this is helping me with. UGC bundle. So this is good. This right here is great. You see how this is like a menu? I would have started this page off with that. So maybe you can model me, Dominique, where maybe you have a home page with a clear headline, a clear video, and it starts with the menu. I would do that here. Clear headline, video where you give like an overall explanation, and then all of these buttons can have their own page. If someone's interested in UGC, then they come to this page. Same thing with this. I would, okay, this is better. This is much better. I could still use a video. This is cut off. Yeah, so again, cognitive dissonance, this is cut off. If, to me, like from a buyer's perspective, if this looks like this, where things are cut off, things are off center, there's no video, to me, it's like, oh, like if this looks, going back to this, if this looks like this on the front end, the product probably isn't as good. So everyone, think of like the page that you create as kind of like the wrapping. If someone gives you a present with like really like non-appealing wrapping, you're probably like, what is in that gift? Is it even good? So that's one thing, everyone. This is good too. something you can do for like testimonials, and this goes for everyone. When you have testimonials, I love, Dominique, that you have screenshots because they look legit. But one thing you can do, I learned this from a mentor who earns like over 7 figures, by adding in like boxes like that, it helps people to like, they're more likely to actually read it, and it highlights the specific result that you were able to do with them. So I recommend that you do that as well with yours so that people can easily like see what you do. They can see the result that you deliver. But yeah, Dominique, if you want more help with this, let me know. Watch this recording, digest this info. But if you want someone to help you with this, I'd be more than happy to. Everyone listening, all these critiques that I'm making, I'm giving this to you because I want all of you to implement them. But a lot of this, it's good to have someone to help you with this, to guide you throughout, so that they can see your blind spots. Because again, when we're in the thick of it, it's like we don't like see the visual stuff. To us, like a headline makes sense, but it really doesn't make sense. So let me know, Dominique, if you want help with this. You can even apply for my accelerator, and you can just go to my website right here. You can apply for this. We can start a conversation, but there is a lot of work that needs to be done here. But again, it's like a lot of the people that I reviewed today, it's like you have all these great ingredients. It's just we're not following the recipe quite effectively. So Dominique, you did a really good job at building foundations. I want you to be really proud of yourself. You're close to 11K subscribers. That's beautiful. That's great. I think we could take it to a whole other level though. It's like, you have the foundations, we can really skyrocket. And we're so close. It's just a few tweaks here and there. So yeah, Dominique, good job overall. Alrighty. Well, Will, yes, it does. So Will in the comment asked, when you do lives on YouTube, does the length of the live count as viewing time for your channel? Yes, it does. So that counts as watch time, which is why another reason that's why it's good to go live. Because let's say if you go live for an hour, I've been doing this for like an hour and a half. Even if 4 people watch, that's like 4 hours. And then everyone's going to watch the replay. So yeah, Will, you would do really good going live. Okay. I actually, Will, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to pull you next. That's cheating, but I want Will to go next because I see he's live. I didn't pull you next, so I'm bumping you ahead. So we have Will here. Let me close all my tabs, and then I'm going to pull up Will's channel. I don't like to cheat, but I just felt drawn to you in that moment, Will, so I just wanted to do you next because I don't even think the next person who I pulled is here. Will. Okay. Let me share my screen. We're doing Will next. If you're someone who's just coming in and you would like me to review your channel, feel free to put yours in the chat and I'll add your name to this bowl. Okay, Will. So everyone go give Will a follow. Will is very inspiring. He was a high school dropout and now he is empowering other young people to get their GED to even become entrepreneurs. So good job, Will. It's very, very inspiring. You have a beautiful story. Everyone, this video of Will's was really good. You should just check that out. Give Will some support. He's doing a phenomenal job. So, Will, I know you know this because I saw that you put it in the comments. I know you know that you need to redo your banner here. When I look, you see what I just said? Like, when I was introducing you, like, there's so much juice to you, like, you could even put something on here, like, from college dropout to entrepreneur, or from college dropout to success, something like that. I think we could really own that in the forefront. This goes for everyone. Sometimes we accomplish things in life. Sometimes we've gotten to a point where we defied so many expectations. But when I look at like your not you, but when I look at those people's content, it's like they're not owning it. It's like, Will, you could really be owning this. And that's not to come from a place of like egotism. That's just to inspire people. So there's a way to go about it. So, well, I would even put that in the banner, like really own that. That is helping you to stand out in the sea of sameness. Well, because like I was even telling Darcy this because Darcy's in the online business space. And on her banner, it was like online business and then something else like money. Here we have entrepreneurship, mentorship, influencer, motivational speaker. I could put that on my banner because I fall underneath that category, but you and I are obviously very different and we offer different solutions, a different type of support. So, Will, I think these pillars are too broad. again, everyone, when I see that in someone's banner, I think that that's associated with their content pillars. But well, I think that's too broad. Maybe for you, good content pillars would be GED. That's definitely one. Forget what that stands for. Doesn't matter. GED, that's like the test that high schoolers take. What else? Motivation could be a good one. Honestly, I think like mentorship, like entrepreneurial mentorship, maybe something like career coaching could be really good for you, because I'm sure, Will, that you can help someone who maybe they don't want to be an entrepreneur, but they just want help like with getting their career in line. I was telling Jen Lindsay this. I reviewed her channel. She's helping people in their early 20s too. But you can put something like you could even call out people in their 20s, or you could put something like career coaching, because you have to think these people who are like, most of these people who are getting their GED are probably like early 20s, and you could put something like career coaching, because that's something that these people are seeking out. You know, career coaching, GED, maybe entrepreneurship. Those are 3 really good pillars right there, and I would put that at the forefront of this so that people know from the get-go what it is that you do. Another thing as well, Will, you've been watching for a while. I was telling Dominique and Darcy this. I would either put a thumbnail on these. Same thing with this one. This is just a snippet. Everyone as well, if you're listening and you just have like a snippet of this, of you talking in the video, I would go back and put a thumbnail. I'm telling all of you, I've had YouTube videos where I go back and I swap out the thumbnail, and then boom, it starts to take off. If you all don't believe me, I could show you ones, but I'm sure you guys believe me. It's just the video was like plateauing, and then boom, took off after I changed the thumbnail. And also the title too. You can adjust the title as well. So for you, Will, honestly, I would repost these as shorts. Or you can add in a thumbnail. If you are to add in a thumbnail, I would change the title, because think of your ideal client. They're not typing in Will Do Academy. They're typing in things like how to pass a GED, how to get clear on my career in my early 20s. You know what you could do, Will? I was telling Jen Lindsay this. You could even like make a really motivational video like Gary Vee did. Check out this video. Very inspirational. The greatest years of your life. What to do after college. So many people are typing this in. What to do after college. What to do after high school. What to do if you dropped out of college or high school. Either of those. I think both of them could be good for you, Will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I know people who dropped out their first year of college, and I think they could be someone who you help on a high level. I don't think they have to like just be like a high school. Maybe you just want to work with high school and you can, but I think you could help those people as well. They would more so fall into the bucket of like career coaching. So I would redo your thumbnails. I do recommend, let's see. Oh, you actually posted one thing in here, which is great. Let's see. I would post in here more. I was telling Darcy this. I think it was Darcy I was telling. You can actually promote your videos here. So in the community tab, you can actually promote your long forms, and it'll actually start playing automatically for people. So when they're scrolling on YouTube and they see this, it'll just start playing. So what you can do in your community tab is you can just promote a video and pick one from your channel and promote it. Well, I would recommend that you do that for like some of your past videos. Oh, I see that you did it here. Beautiful. I would do it for the rest of them. I would do it for that one and for the other ones as well, just to get the word out. Everyone, after you post a video, you can do more to promote it. You can put it in the community tab. If you have an email list, blast it out to them. What else? If you have a following on Instagram or Facebook, or even if you're part of a Facebook group, blast it out to them. My only thing that I recommend is I wouldn't promote your YouTube videos to people who don't fall in your target audience. So for me, for example, I never promote my YouTube videos to my personal Instagram, because it's not my ideal client. It's people from college, from high school, who I know aren't interested in YouTube and entrepreneurship. So I want to promote it to them, because even if they're my friends, they want to support me. YouTube's going to see that, and YouTube actually knows the interests of your audience. So if you grow an audience of a specific demographic with a specific interest, then YouTube's going to know who to recommend it to. So for you, Will, maybe you are part of some Facebook groups, maybe you have an email list, but that's something else that you can do to get these videos out. What else? One thing, Will, that I will say, I was telling, who was it? I was telling Bart this earlier. Again, when I look at your channel, I see good content that's relevant. However, when I see this, okay, it's like he posted 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and then a year ago, I think that maybe you're out of business when I see that. Your dream clients can come across your channel. And remember, everyone, that usually before people make a buying decision, they will look at a YouTube channel most of the time. They may look at this and be like, I don't know if he's in business still because he hasn't been posting in a while. So, Will, the reason why, and yes, it's such a simple piece of advice to be consistent, but you want to be the leader and the inspiration that your dream client can look up to. Just by seeing that you're posting consistently, that you keep showing up, that's going to inspire them, because then they can see, oh, wow, I can be consistent too with my dreams. I can go after them like Will is. Sometimes everyone listening, we get so lost in like the view count that like we fall off track. But what matters more is the consistency, you showing up. I would rather work with someone who's posted consistently for a whole year and they all have 50, 30 views versus like someone who only posted 2 videos 5 years ago and they each have 50K views. Because the person who kept posting, it's like they're resilient, they have grit, they keep showing up for themselves. You know, like the people who want to work with you, Will, they want to see a leader who's been posting, who's been consistent, because that could even inspire them to post content, to start their own business. And so you want to be that leader for them. And so I would encourage you, Will. I know sometimes everyone, like we think like, oh, I can't post videos until like I hire a good editor. But if you look at my videos, like one video that I posted that did well recently, I barely did any editing. You know what I did? I think it was this one of these. This one, I was just outside and I was so in flow and I just filmed the video because it felt good. And there's barely any editing in this. I put in like some graphics, but it doesn't need to be fancy edits. As long as you know how to like splice stuff, maybe add in some graphics, that's all you need. So, well, I know, Will, that you do like the fancy edits, but it's really not needed. I think we did a search before where we found a video of someone in your niche that the video did so well, and it was just them talking to a camera. Everyone, listen to this. The quality of your delivery, in other words, the quality in what you're saying, is always better than the quality of like the edits, the production quality. As long as you have like decent lighting, decent audio, and you don't have like a messy background, like your underwear flung in the back, as long as you like are decent in those areas, like the video can do fine. What matters the most, here's the thing, everyone, YouTube only cares about 2 things. Do people click and do people watch? Well, you have good thumbnails. So I'm sure that there's people clicking like on these videos and those 2 videos. These videos, we talked about the thumbnails. But the thing is, if people will watch, that's the other thing YouTube cares about. Are people watching mainly from beginning to end? That comes down to the quality in what we're saying. So Will, focus on, again, I haven't watched your videos in a while. This one was really good. Or maybe it was this one. One of these 2 was really good. The point is like, focus on showing up, focus on being you, focus on stepping into that best version of you where you're showing up, you're giving the advice. Well, you are very, very wise. It's been a while since we've talked, but like, I don't know, like your demeanor, it's like very wise. Like you talk with your hands a lot. And when you talk, it's like, man, I know that you know what you're talking about. And if we own the story, we can really inspire so many people with this. And that's what I would focus on. Yes, the thumbnails are great. Focus on that, but mainly focus on the topic. What topic are these students actually searching for on YouTube? I think you hit the mark with some of these. Here, let me look here. I noticed that your videos, the best ones, have GED in them. I would definitely have that as your content pillar. Keep focusing on videos with GED in the title. Dropout is another keyword. What else? How to pass the language arts test. Okay, I'm sure they're searching for that as well. But focus on good topics and things will follow for you. There's certain videos that you have, like videos like this, Will, I wouldn't recommend for you. What is your purpose in life? That's a bit broad. That video can appeal to an old lady who's 85, 90. Okay, but you're targeting people in their 20s. So you can be more specific with this, like what is your purpose in life? Maybe something like in your 20s, or how to find your purpose at age, or in your 20s or at age 20, something like that. You want to speak more because we don't want to appeal to everyone. We want to appeal to your specific target audience. Let me check you out here. So I didn't watch your videos, but just make sure that you're having that call to action in there, where if they want your help and support, they can come to your website. Biggest thing, okay, is this a video? I don't see a video towards the top. Everyone, we always want video. Video is king. If you have a homepage or even a landing page for a specific product, you want a video. Doesn't have to be fancily edited, but just you talking, explaining what it is that you're offering. You have good credibility here, but I would really recommend adding in a video. Everyone, if you have a video on your page, but it's towards the bottom, you always want it towards the top, okay? So yeah, but let's see what you got here. I'm wondering, Will, if you just offer general career coaching. So you have the GED, you have videos, books, contact Will. I think that's one thing that a lot of people need is career coaching, free math video. People don't like math. I shouldn't say people, but a lot of people in the space don't like math. And so like, I'm kind of drawn away from that one. Like, math, get away from that, you know? Maybe it could be something like free GED prep. And then they can see the math video. But something like free GED prep can be more appealing than just like math video. Maybe you could even make one for like, you had another one, like maybe you can make one for like language arts, science. Those can all be really good lead magnets. Everyone, you can have more than one free thing. So like me, I have a few free things on my website and I'm constantly adding to this. I know you guys know that it's good to have like a free thing, but you can have multiple. And Will, maybe you can make a few of these, and on your website, when people click on freebies, they could see like, oh, free math video, free language arts, science, whatever else there is in the GED. But yeah, overall, Will, I think you have a great start. For some reason, I think the orange and the blue goes really well with you. Something about it looks very professional, very appealing, and I think, Will, people are really gonna resonate with you but you just gotta put yourself out there more. And biggest piece of that is not being attached to outcomes when you post and focusing on being yourself. And before you know it, people will be drawn to you like a magnet. Well, you have a really good mentor vibe. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know. You come off as like a very good, like, maybe this is just me. You have a good father figure feel in you. That kind of reminds me, you kind of remind me of my stepdad. That's kind of hard to say, but like, maybe it's just me, but like, I think, Will, like once people see you, they're going to want to like really work with you. So yeah, Will, focus on consistency. Maybe one day you can even go live. And I'm sure your students would really appreciate that. They can get access to you live. It could be like a free thing. And then you can tell them more about everything else that you have. So yeah, let me see if there's any comments. Question. I'm more active on YouTube Shorts. Oh, I see you're more active on YouTube Shorts. I'm just seeing that right now. Good. I do see you on YouTube Shorts. Totally disregarded that tab. Good. So question for you, Will, and then we'll move on to the next person. Question for you. Entire screen. Let me share the screen again. Question for you. So I'm seeing it's time for a quiz. Question for you. Remember, we want to create content that's in alignment. Where'd that one thing go that I had? Remember, everyone, we want to create content that's in alignment. And so I'm just curious if these high school dropouts are interested in consuming content where they're like taking quizzes. So that's one thing to think about. It's good to experiment with stuff like this, but maybe analyze the data and think like, okay, what do people really want? I'm seeing like, this one did well, GED. I'm seeing that your videos on the GED did good. School dropout, mentorship are good keywords. So again, maybe like, I'm not gonna watch these videos now, but it's kind of like with long form. These are all very like similar. I don't want to like really watch one. It's time for a quiz. So I'm guessing, oh, I see outsmarting a high school dropout. Can you keep up? Okay, so these all have different thumbnails, which is good. This is good to experiment with, but like maybe we can like also in shorts, maybe we can answer like specific questions about the GED. Like this one was about social studies. Maybe you can do one like, think of specific questions that people are typing in. So for you, maybe it's like how to pass the GED. So I would look that up in YouTube and notice these shorts that are appearing. If you were watching Will for a while, I know you heard the rant about search-based shorts. I was telling that to Josh. So if you want to rewatch Josh's later, but notice here how like these people are appearing in search. So maybe you can make shorts about these topics. How long it takes to pass GED science. The worst mistake students make when studying for a GED. GED math practice. You can copy these titles. And remember, I'll say it again. The goal is to appear in search. I'm going to show you an example of mine again, how to make a banner. So when people, I misspelled banner. Okay, so the goal for you, Will, is to appear in search. So focus on shorts with search-based questions. It's probably not likely that someone is typing into YouTube, what did you say? Like how to outsmart a high school dropout. This is more viral type. So this is more like a quick interest, and then it doesn't appear in search. But you can link it to your long form videos and then also have a call to action in there. Like I did in this one, I said, download the free banner template. Link is in my bio. This grows my email list every single day. I would recommend, Will, that you do that so that you can get when did I make this? I'm telling you, this is still getting views to this day. And I posted this in April, and it's still working for me. So for you, Will, I don't want like your shorts to not pick up after you post them. I want you months later to have something like this where you're getting views on the long form and you're growing your email list. So I would really focus on that. So type in basic questions that your audience is typing in, and I would make topics on this. So you can model these people. Look at people know smarter than you, getting in front of the camera, answering these questions. They're treating their channel like a business. They're getting leads and sales on autopilot. It almost sounds too good to be true, but that's really what's happening. I keep seeing this guy show up. Maybe you can check him out. Maybe he's a good person to model. Test prep champions. It's good, everyone, to find competitors that you can model. So I won't dive into this now, Will, but you can look at this guy's topics. Look at how easy his thumbnails are to read. Always a photo of him. So yeah. Well, whenever you're ready to join my group again, I know you said that you wanted to. Doors are always open. More than happy to help you with this, but I wanted to give you all this now so that you can implement it, and then hopefully we can circle back together later. So good, everyone. Good. The quizzes are based on the GD. Oh, okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. So I'm just seeing comments now when I stop sharing. That's good, Will. That's good. I hope that those other ideas that I put out there maybe can help you to come up with more for yours. Okay, I have 2 more people in here. So let's see who I pick next. Okay. Well, I've been going at it for like 2 hours. Whew. Sebastian Bettenker. I think I said your last name right. Sebastian Bettenker. Sebastian has a really solid channel, I will say. And Sebastian has a really good mission. So I like seeing people like Sebastian who are coming at it from like a really good place. So sometimes, everyone, we struggle with things in life, and then we feel called once we overcome it to share it with others. And that's exactly what Sebastian is doing. So Sebastian is helping people specifically with binge eating. So if all of you want to give Sebastian a follow, feel free to type in his name, Sebastian Bettenker. I think I said that right. Bettenker. Okay. So one thing I will say, Sebastian, just looking at this. So Sebastian, I also follow you on Instagram, and I also know that you attract women into your group. So everyone, Sebastian has a group program helping people to stop binge eating. So I'll talk about your page in a second here. But you, Sebastian, I know that you're attracting a female audience as well. Me being a female, everyone, our branding sends subconscious messages to people. And so when I look at your channel, Sebastian, I see dark. I see a lot of shadows. It looks very masculine. And that's not a bad thing, but that may not appeal to someone who's more feminine, like myself. This right here, your landing page looks very clean, very like well lit, very like, I don't know what the word is, like very like clean, like professional. And I'm not saying that this doesn't look professional, but this looks more like, I don't know that you're treating this like a business. This can be someone's gym vlog, you know? But I think if we like had a banner that was like less dark, more like clean, clear tagline, maybe you can have some content pillars in your website. I think that would appeal more towards the female audience, and even towards the male audience. Then that way people can like know that you treat this like a business. I love these photos, but again, it's just kind of like dark, like a lot of shadows here. And so sometimes, everyone, remember, this sends subconscious messages to people. If I see shadows and darkness, it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like, like we don't know what's in the shadows. There's like uncertainty in there. But like I think that, Sebastian, we can improve with this. Your profile photo on Instagram is really nice. Maybe you can have like that here. And also, I think that one can really help people see the results that they can get, because that photo of you is like a very clear six-pack, and like it's more like defined, whereas this is like darker. And like, I don't know, like this thing here, like this shadow kind of blends in with your t-shirt and your hair. And so even like on mobile, kind of like, I think it would look better if we had more of like a lit photo, honestly. So that's my opinion. I'm not saying you have to change that stuff, but those are my thoughts. And I think you can attract more female clients if you do that. I've mentioned this before, so I don't know if you've been watching the other people's, but I'll say it again. Right now, so Sebastian, if you don't know, the maximum length for shorts on YouTube is 60 seconds. So I see here that you have shorts, which are under 60 seconds, but I'm also seeing vertical videos on your page here. So I would recommend either doing one of two things. Either I would recommend adding a thumbnail onto these. So like this one has a good thumbnail, this one has a good thumbnail. I would either add a thumbnail onto these, or I would shorten them down to a minute and upload them as shorts. So that's what I would recommend, because generally speaking, like these types of videos don't look as professional underneath the long form video tab. Short form, if a video is filmed vertically, it's not as appealing underneath like this tab. So that's my recommendation for that. I know for me, as like maybe other people can agree with this, as a consumer of YouTube content, like when I see like if I click on a long form and it's filmed vertically, I don't know, it's kind of like, it's especially on like a mobile phone. Like if I'm holding my phone like vertically and I'm watching a long form video, but it's appearing like vertically, it's like very small. It's like a little tiny rectangle like on my phone. So it's very hard to read. So that can actually like decrease your retention, because someone may click off just for that. What else do we have? Some of your videos are really good. So like this one is good. So text like this is great. I just binged. These types of videos are great, where it's like before and after, and like this red. I would recommend doing that more. Even as I'm looking here, Sebastian, this one is the only exception, but like your videos with like the thumbnails on them, like the put together thumbnails, are doing better. This one got 1.4K. This one got over 500. This one's the exception, but like all these other ones got less views. So it really comes to show that a thumbnail, a well-done thumbnail, could be the difference between getting 81 views and 800 views, maybe even 8,000 views. Because again, everyone, YouTube only cares, one, do people click on a video? And two, do they watch a video? It could be the case where, like, let's say you posted this video, Sebastian, this one that's a minute long, and let's say a lot of people watched from beginning to end. YouTube likes that because it has a high retention, but they're not going to keep showing it to people if they're not clicking on it. Because even if it has a high retention, if YouTube's recommending it, but no one's clicking on it, they're not going to keep pushing it out, because YouTube wants you to click on it and to watch it. So the two main metrics, everyone, is click-through rate and average view duration. I won't go into that now, but it's in your YouTube Studio. I go into that in my two programs, in my Clarity to Cash and also in my Accelerator. But for now, I want to point that out to you, Sebastian. You have a lot of them too, but videos like this, like these types of thumbnails, where it's like before and after, you're showing food, pictures of you, these are all really great. I'm curious, Sebastian, like I noticed in a lot of your content, even on Instagram, that you use like these two photos a lot. I'm wondering if you could take some updated ones, because I mean, these are great. I love these photos. I mean, very like well defined. You can see like the before and after, but maybe if we just take some more, like it can add more variety. Because if we're always using the same photo, it's like, let's say someone's been watching you, it's like it has less of a effect. If someone sees it over and over, it's like, you know, like they've seen that photo before. Like we can wow them with like newer photos. So maybe you can do like a newer photo shoot of your muscles now, and that one's good. See, this one, you can even use that one more. Maybe you have photos of you where you just haven't used them as much. I would use that more in your content. What else? So another thing as well, Sebastian, I think you could go live more on YouTube. You have 15K subscribers, and if you were to go live even without notice, I mean, you would get some viewers tuning in. So I noticed, Sebastian, that you go live on Instagram. What you can do, I don't know if you have a laptop like me, but you can live stream like on your laptop or on your computer, have your phone and like put it next to it. Or you can use StreamYard. You can use StreamYard and stream onto both. Sebastian, I think you are leaving a lot of opportunities and money on the table, because I tuned into one of your live streams and I see you doing them all the time. I watch some of them. I'm not your ideal client. I'm not like overweight. But the point is like, I think you're leaving money on the table by not taking the one step to stream on both. 15,000 people, that's like a stadium. That's huge. You've got a whole stadium here and you're not broadcasting to them. Now, I know you have a big audience on Instagram as well, but generally speaking, an audience on YouTube is more invested, whereas people on Instagram tend to be more mindless scrollers. People who subscribe to you on YouTube, they tend to be like actively seeking out solutions. They're looking for long form content. They're more serious, whereas someone on Instagram is like la 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 la, sitting on the toilet, you know, like they could be doing anything. So I would really recommend, Sebastian, that you go live. I don't even see one live on here, but I think it's a big opportunity for you. Overall, Sebastian, you're doing really well with consistency. Even just the thumbnail could go so much further for you. I haven't watched your content lately. I watched some when I first subscribed to you. But what I would recommend, oh God, I don't like that spider. That's fun. Anyway, so what was I saying? That spider really got my thinking off. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, just the thumbnail, Sebastian, could go a really long way for you. More before and after photos. And there's something else I was gonna say, but freaking stupid spider. That's funny. Let me check out your popular videos. Okay, so you used to be focusing on a different niche, which is fun. Let's go to the latest. But that's my biggest thing for you, Sebastian. I think overall you're doing fine. I think you have a good like on-camera appearance. Just like these little things I know can help you go really far. Maybe something that you can do is even consider like collaborating or doing podcasts with other people in the health space. Maybe other binge eating experts, or you know, maybe what else? Maybe you could even like talk to like a healthcare professional so that you get like that perspective as well. So other than that, I think you're doing really well. What I would recommend is sticking to a consistent color scheme and fonts. So something like this, like I can barely read the word cravings in this one. Now, mind you, this video did really well, but I guarantee you that like if I could read the word cravings, so maybe if the word cravings was like fluorescent yellow with like a black background, I can guarantee you like this would have at least like double the views because more people can read it. These little things, everyone, really go a long way. But I would stick to a consistent color. Maybe it could be, I'm seeing for you a lot of like black, yellow, and red. Maybe you can stick to that. And if you do that, then I would put that in your banner as well, and with all your other material. But it'll just come off as like really professional for you. But yeah, that's like the most thing. I know you post shorts a lot, which is good. Do you repost your Instagram ones on here? I know like for Instagram, Sebastian, like I've seen these on Instagram, but you have some other ones that are like this type of edited. Let's look at something like this. So I know you made a lot of shorts like this. If you haven't already, I would just take the time to repost them on YouTube. I've seen you post a lot of these on Instagram, but I don't think I'm seeing them here. So I would do that. Maybe you have them, and if so, disregard what I said. But yeah. Oh, you know what else you can do? What's his name? At that Thai event, there was that one really strong gentleman, the guy who took his shirt off. I'm wondering if you could even do like an interview with him, like someone like him who has like an established audience. Or you could even say like, if he has like a lot of search traffic around his name, you can even say, you know, I spent a weekend with, I forget his name, and this is what I learned. I actually did that with Thai, you know. So if those of you listening, Sebastian and I met at a Thai Lopez event, and I made a video, Sebastian, on my channel. And I titled it something like, I have two of them, what I learned spending 2 days with Thai Lopez. And Thai Lopez has search around his name, so that helped me get leverage. So you can do the same. Maybe you know of like, maybe you went to other events, or maybe you have a mentor who has like good search traffic. But that's something I would recommend for you. Alrighty, so that's him. I can't believe I've been going at this for over 2 hours. Thank you, everyone listening right now, and also those watching the replay. Hi, Darcy. I already did yours. I don't know if you were. I don't know if you're live. Me and My Shadows is next. So let me see if they're still here. Okay, let me try to find it. Sometimes on YouTube it's hard. Me and My Shadows. I wonder what this channel is about. Okay, I can't find your channel. I typed in Me and My Shadows. Let me see if let me try to click on you. I wonder if StreamYard will let me here. Let me try this. Alrighty, let me try view your channel. If you could put your link in the comments, that would be really great. If you're still here, if I can't find it in the next minute, then I'm gonna end this. I have to go to the bathroom again, really bad. I've been going at this for 2 hours, so. Okay, Me and My Shadows. I think I found you. Go to channel. Yes, found you. Okay, so again, everyone, I am reviewing channels who are specifically used for brand growth and business growth. I don't see a website connected to this channel, so I'm seeing this more as like an entertainment type of channel. So this isn't something in alignment with what I'm reviewing here. If you do want to build a business around your channel, I would recommend checking out my Clarity to Cash program. If you all want, I can talk about that. But is there anyone here who specifically, let me see who's here. Out edit. I'll look at your channel, but again, if it's not treat it like a business. So everyone, again, the channels that I review is ones where they're using it for like lead generation. So they have other products and services, either their own or affiliates, and they're using that to get leads and sales. So let me check you out, the edit one. Again, I'm seeing this more as like an entertainment type of channel. I'm seeing a Discord. This is more like a soccer entertainment type. So I won't review this, but that actually leads me into something else I want to talk to all of you about. Yeah, so I went through all the names. If you're someone who's just tuning in, I already reviewed your channel, likely. So if we talked before this and you wanted me to review it, I did already. But those of you listening, if you're someone who's like new to this, maybe you're newer to YouTube, maybe you're newer to online business, I do encourage you again. Here, let me share my screen. If you want my help with this, so you can see from this live that I really know my shit. I've been doing my channel for over 2 years now, and then I also had an internship with TEDx, so TED Talks. So I learned all about YouTube, marketing, and branding, and so I also helped over 200 YouTube entrepreneurs to do it as well. So if you're someone who is looking to build their foundations, you want to do what I accomplished, and you want to build a 6-figure business around your channel, regardless of its current size, I did create a 5-step playbook, and there is a link to that down below. Again, this is mainly for newbies. If you're more established, this could be helpful for you as well. But mainly, this is for people who are action takers and they're serious about growing their business using YouTube. Also, it's for people who are genuinely committed. They're coming from a sense of empowerment and enthusiasm, not from a place of scarcity and insecurity. If you are looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, I can tell you that this is not the program for you. So I will guide you through my 5-step process. I created this myself. It's in alignment with Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And so essentially, 1, I will help you to get clarity, so to get clear on your target audience, niche, your digital offerings, branding, and that will help you to establish solid foundations around your channel and your business. I will help you to get into the consistent flow of content creation, to turn viewers into loyal community members who also can be turned into cash because you offer additional products and services that help them beyond just YouTube, ultimately helping you to contribute to them. So that's what I guide you with. And so I think there's a presenter mode here. Let me present and present. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so this comes with instructive training videos, optional but highly recommended Feedback Friday. My clients rave about this. So this is when you get an audio recording every week with in-depth coaching on any videos, scripts, ideas, or web pages that you're creating. Also a bonus. So this comes with the Feedback Friday. You also get access to my private Facebook group of other driven YouTube entrepreneurs for community and support. There is a lot of value in this. Like I'm telling all of you, I'm helping you to create a 6-figure business around your channel. And so this is actually more than worth $1,800. This is worth up to 6 figures a year. But for a limited time, you can get that training portal, and also optional but highly recommended Feedback Friday for $97 a month. If you want to read more about that, there is a link down below. Again, if you're someone who's more established, you're more committed, you have your foundations, but you want to get to that next level, maybe you've created content, maybe you've gotten some sales, I highly recommend my YouTube Business Accelerator. You guys saw from this how valuable this is. I just spent over 2 hours with all of you. Every Monday in this group, I do a live workshop where you can ask questions and I help you where you're at. And then Thursdays, there's a live Q&A, and then we have Feedback Friday. This is best suited for the entrepreneurs and the YouTubers who are ready to increase their sales of their courses, coaching, memberships, and more, like consulting and different subscriptions. You want to refine your strategy and your offers with data-driven insights. So maybe you've been doing some stuff and it's kind of been working, but we just need to do some tweaks in your strategy to really get you skyrocketed. This is for you if you want to double your leads in the next 30 days with optimized funnels. I know, Sebastian, if you're here, when I helped him at that Thai conference, I helped him to implement a strategy or in literally 5 seconds and helped him to double his leads. So just some little gaps here and there make all the difference. It's for people who are ready to boost their YouTube traffic and to grow their influence and revenue, and ultimately create a life and business more aligned with their mission. So in this, yes, I will guide you through the 5 steps, but what I will mainly guide you through is through this continual process of creating and refining your offers and your web pages, then driving YouTube traffic. So we'll focus on the best topics, titles, and thumbnails, but really focus on topics that feel good to you. When you make a YouTube video, you don't want to think of it like work, like, oh, I got to do this work. No, content should be flowing out of you like water. And you want your content to feel so good to the point where it doesn't even feel like work. It just feels like your passion project. And then from there, we'll analyze the data. We'll see what's working. We'll see what's not working. And then we'll continue to review and refine. The beautiful thing is that you don't need to be perfect with your pages, with your content before you start making money. It really comes down to mastering your energy and getting people to know, like, and trust you. So that's what I really do. Yes, I help with business, but I really help people to step into their full power. A lot of people, they get so caught up in the numbers and the logistics that they're watering down who they know they're supposed to be. Their full potential, their full light gets dimmed. But when you unleash that, even if you only get 2 viewers, they're going to resonate with you and they're going to want to work with you. This stuff is so powerful. Yes, there's a science to, SEO and good web pages, but when you master the art, which is what I'll help you to do, that's when you will become magnetic and people will really, really want to work with you. So it's really powerful. It's very profound, but that's what I've been able to do. And that's why I have a 6-figure business around my channel. So again, there is an application down below, but I want you to know who this is really for. So this is for you if you are a driven YouTuber or an entrepreneur who knows in their gut that they can become part of the elite 1% of high achievers, and they're ready to ascend to that next level with unshakable conviction. This is not for the dabblers or the thumb twiddlers or the people with 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out. No, this is for you if you know that this is what you are meant to do. You came to this earth for this bigger mission and you want to use YouTube as a vehicle. That is who I work with. Not the thumb twiddlers, not the people who sit on it and before they know it, it's they're old and they never pursue their passions and their dreams. So it's sad, but that's what happens to a lot of people. This is also for people who trust in themselves to show up and do what it takes to follow through with the work, because they know that they are the creator of their dream life, their dream channel, and their dream businesses. This is not for people who want their hand held. This is not for people who point fingers. This is for people who take responsibility, because I'm responsible for giving you all of the strategies, everything that you need, but you're responsible for actually implementing them. I can't film YouTube videos for you. And so this is for people who show up, do the work because they know it's what they're meant to do, and they don't find a way to make excuses. No, they find a way to follow through. It's for people coming from a place of empowerment and enthusiasm, and they know that they can do it. They're just looking for that right leader to guide them and doing it effectively. It's for people who are ready to clean up any energy leaks that are holding them back from fully owning their personal power and abilities. At the end of the day, we are human, and sometimes we fall into limiting beliefs. Sometimes we aren't motivated, but it's for people who want to clean that up so that they can show up as the best version of them, so that they can actually get the results that they want, create their dream life and their business with YouTube and with online business. This is for people who want to run a YouTube business that thrives on authenticity and you want to operate in full alignment and in your power that you know you have within you. I know that resonates with a lot of people here listening because a lot of you are very purpose-driven entrepreneurs and you're doing this for good reasons. You're coming from the heart of service, and that is exactly who this is for. If you're doing this because you just want to get rich and, flash off a fancy sports car, it's not for you. One module in my course, and this is what I tell my group members, is all about contribution and really creating. It's not just are you the creator. I go by are you the creator because you are the creator. You are the creator of your dream life, future, and business. And by letting family members, by letting negative comments get to you, you're letting them be the creator of your life. And so this is about, yes, helping you be the creator of your life, but also helping you to create the change that you wish to see in the world. And so I will help you to get clear on bigger causes that you want to contribute to so that you can truly create the change that you want. Remember, you are the creator, and that speaks volumes. And I want you to fully own that and step into that power that you have within you. One thing that I'm doing, posted this on my Instagram and on my Facebook, my goal with my channel and my business this year is to reach 7 figures. Not because I want a fancy sports car, not because I want a fancy house. My thing that calls to my heart is ocean protection and the environment. I studied that in college, and that's something that calls to me. And so I want to donate a shit ton of money to that. That to me is like part of my bigger mission here. And so that's what I'm here to help you with. Maybe you have a different mission. Maybe you want to help children. Maybe you want to, make a big change. And money is a big way to do that. I mean, money is such a good resource, and any cause can be, helped with money. So also, this is for you if you're on the cusp of becoming a renowned expert and leading voice in your niche, ready to harness your true abilities. Now, this is the person who I like to work with. They came to Earth for a reason, and they're not sitting on their booties. They're getting up, and they're like, nope, this is what I'm meant to do. And it's what I'm going to do. So they're tapping into their true abilities, and they're just looking for a leader to get them there. So I do have 3 different levels of my guidance. I have silver, gold, and diamond. You can read more about this down below. I put my website on there. In a nutshell, diamond comes with an optional funnel build. If you need that, let me know what your requirements are. I got to send you a custom package that's different for everyone. But diamond, I upgraded this recently. So if you've maybe been part of this, there have been some updates. A lot of value has been added to this. So Diamond comes with 2 one-hour private sessions a month. It used to be 4, but I found 2 has been more effective because it's not information overload. It allows you time to like implement and actually, actually see the fruits of your labor. So it's 2 hours of one-on-one a month with me. Gold comes with 1 hour of one-on-one, and they both come with text and email support, which is this is for those who really want to propel in this process. So that's diamond and gold. Silver doesn't come with one-on-one, but all of it comes with group consulting twice a week. So Monday is a group workshop. So I do a live workshop. There's a task. So there's a topic, task, and tool that I teach you. And then you can ask questions. And then Thursday is Q&A. And that's where you can ask questions about anything. So you'll get all the recordings. You get the 5-step YouTube business playbook, personalized weekly feedback Friday. This is so valuable. Even just this with silver is like great. I do in-depth feedback every weekend on whatever you're working on. And it's like a 5 to 15 minute audio, depending on what you send me, but it's like really good coaching. So this comes as well with the Clarity to Cash program. There's a private members portal of other driven YouTube entrepreneurs. You can get support, community, and also collaboration. A lot of them have like interviewed each other on each other's channels, which is really cool to see. And there's that cross-pollination. Tech assistance, I know that's a big thing that serves as a hurdle for many people. I'm here to close the gap. Fun and interactive monthly challenges so that you actually implement and see results. And then of course the option to continue the momentum after the initial 90 days. So it is a 90-day commitment for obvious reasons so that it's not a waste of both of our times. I used to not have this, and then people would join for a month, and it's like a waste of both of their time and my time. It's like, okay, you didn't have time to implement, you didn't have time to see the results. Like, what was the point of that? So it is a 90-day commitment, but most people do continue after the 90 days because they want that. They want to continue to build upon their foundations and to get results, to get coaching, to get support along the way. So again, the link is down below. This is by application only, but just so that all of you know, here, I'm gonna grab water. Just so that all of you know what the investments are, these are subject to change, but these are the current investment options. There's over $8,600 worth of value in this. there's a lot of value in it. And honestly, it exceeds that, because what's this to build a 6 to 7 plus figure business? It's really nothing. And if you show up, you do the work, you can accomplish this as well. So again, this is for application only. That is down below. But if you're looking at this right now and this feels daunting, but also expansive and transformative, then that's a good sign, because you know that this will impact not just your life, but also the world at large. This goes far beyond just you or just me. This is all about the impact that you can make, that you know that you came here to do. And so these are the investment options. And if you're looking at this, I just want you to realize that you can look at what I'm doing. Imagine if you were in my shoes offering your offer and you had investment options like this that really help people. Imagine what you could make for yourself if we crafted an offer, if we mastered your content and you were offering something like this. Imagine in your niche earning $500 a month from one customer, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, whatever it is. You can do that. It takes establishing yourself as the expert, getting people to know, like, and trust you, and then, of course, mastering the fundamentals, which I'm here to help you to do. So really quick, let me just show you some stuff. On that link below, I do need to end this soon because I really got to go to the bathroom. Thank you all for bearing with me. Just so that all of you can see, this is on that page. You can read all about the results that I've gotten for other people. Sebastian, we just met at Ty's event, and we were talking for an hour before it began. And I gave him, like I said, I gave him one strategy in 5 seconds, no extra work to implement. He was able to bridge the gap between his viewers becoming clients. Ever since, he also improved his funnel, which I know has helped him with his conversions. Very powerful stuff. Kimberly, you can read more about her. She was in the knitting niche, 12 times her initial investment in the group in the first month. Everyone, I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to get you emotionally invested, to get you showing up and doing the work so that you can enjoy fruits from this labor. Brad left his corporate job. He actually reignited his childhood passion for drawing, and he turned that into a business. Dulce, I love Dulce, animal psychic, animal communicator. So in a week of us working together, she was gold. She was a gold member. So she turned a social media viewer into a $3,000 paying client, sold out all of the spots in her workshop. Mind you, she had 60 subscribers at the time. And then also, this is a more recent one. So we got her featured on a really good podcast in her niche on YouTube. And that brought in so many coaching applications. It brought in, she does readings as well. So she got readings booked, new subscribers, views, and comments. Beautiful. Dilsa has a really good channel, by the way. Rasmuth as well, in the personal development niche for young men. Same thing, turned his viewers into applicants of what he was offering. He was offering coaching sessions. Rebecca, who I did earlier, so check out Rebecca. So she actually did Sunny Lenarduzzi's program. Sunny Lenarduzzi, she's in my niche, but she's been doing it much longer. I forget, I think she has like 400,000 subscribers, something like that. So she took, you can watch this video, it's on my website. She took Sunny's course, and she talked about how mine was more hands-on, more interactive. I helped to close the gap better than Sunny does, because Sunny, let me tell you everyone, this is not a group where you're just one number among thousands of people. People like Sunny Lenarduzzi are great, but they have so many people in the group and it's not intimate, and they have other coaches doing the work for them. I am here for you in this. This group is very intimate. I pay attention to you. You get your questions answered. And if it ever does come to a point where like there's 30 to 50 people in my group, I'm going to have a morning session and an evening session, because I love the intimacy, and I'm not doing this for a quick buck. I like to work with you hands-on, to listen to you and to help you close the gap. I had a ball this whole 2 hours and a half doing this, even though I must spill my tea, even though I couldn't see you guys. Like, I know I'm talking to you right now. So it was just really cool. So you can read that. The link is down below. Also, just so you know what happens when you onboard, if you're diamond or gold. So first you got to apply. If I read your application and we're a good fit, I'll send you a link. And if you're gold or diamond, we're going to schedule our first session right away. Immediately, you're going to get access to the training, the workshop recordings, the members area, the forum, the group calls, monthly challenges, and Feedback Friday. Ton of resources here. I'm giving it to you right away. Not everyone, listen to this, everyone, not every person has a good onboarding process. I just joined a mastermind, and it's great. I'm super excited, but the onboarding process was not that good. I had to email. I came with a free one-on-one call. I had to email her, and then I had to email her like, hey, where's the course? Where's the training? Where's the community? And it took forever. And I was like, man, that was not a good onboarding process. When I'll teach this to you when you're offering your stuff. As soon as someone buys from you, you want to welcome them. You want to give them the resources. That's what I do for you. You're going to get that right away. In week 1, we're going to clarify your goals. Also, we're going to pinpoint and overcome any hurdles related to mindset, tech, and strategy in week 1. It's inevitable that you're going to experience hurdles related to your mindset, the technology, or the strategy. I've got you covered there. I promise you with that. I'm very tech savvy. I'm a Gen Zer, so I grew up with it. It's like a second nature to me. Mindset, we're going to really nail that. It really takes owning your personal power, being the person who you know you're supposed to be, but maybe like society and like sometimes we're so stuck in our left brain that we don't activate our other half. We're not in our playful mentality. And so I will help you to activate that. And you can read more about this below, but really, like, here's the thing. As long as you take consistent action, you follow my recommendations, by the end of that 90 days, we're going to clarify your overall strategy and your paid offerings. We're going to develop a content marketing message that attracts hot and high ticket buyers and subscribers. And you will have the systems and processes implemented that will allow you to stay consistent on your YouTube, ultimately turning viewers into high paying and or long-term dream clients. From there, you can build on the foundations. And like I said, I'm here to deliver on my promise. That is my guarantee. And there is a, where'd it go? Okay, I don't know where it is. I'm so zoomed out. But there is a 90-day commitment. So I know I mentioned that, where'd it go? I know I mentioned that there's different monthly investment options, but it is a 90-day commitment. So that's not a waste of both of our times. But if after the first 30 days, if you don't feel like you're well supported, then I won't hold you to that 90 days. After the first 30 days, if you don't feel like I'm there to support you, if you just feel like a number amongst a big group, then I won't hold you to that 90-day thing. So that's my promise to you. I'm there to support you. I'm there to give you the tools, the resources, and every structure and strategy that you need to hit 6 figures and beyond in your business. But it is up to you to do the work, and it is up to you to show up and to follow through. I can't hold your hand throughout this. I can't make videos for you. I just can't do that. So my best clients take action quickly, they move, they implement, and they don't look for reasons not to. So you can also read as well what helps me to stand out from others. So I think you all have a sense of that by now, but you can read all about this below. But one thing for me is that I built a 6-figure business around a channel with 3K subscribers by the age of 23. And that allowed me to live my dream life. I moved to SoCal. I bought a new car, not a fancy whip. It's a Ford EcoSport, but that's all I need right now. And I do the things that I want every day. I didn't have to do this today, but I wanted to. Feels good to me. Doesn't even feel like work. It feels fun. So I wanted to. But another thing as well, you can read more about this. This is a whole tangent, which I won't go on right now, but this is something I firmly believe in. I also believe in realistic success pathways. I'm not here for get rich quick, but you have seen that some of my clients have gotten really quick results. But I'm mainly oriented in the reality that building a business and a YouTube channel takes commitment, dedication, strong mindset. And so I'm here to navigate you through that. But I'm not here to say, yeah, in the first 30 days, you're going to become a millionaire. No, I'm not going to say that. That's BS. If you're a coach, say that, run. That's such BS. Excuse my language, but also I have practical experience, not just theory. There are coaches who teach this. I see them in the Kajabi group. I am in a Facebook group for Kajabi, and there's people teaching this, and I look, and they don't even have an established channel and business. Sure, they have clients, but I don't know about all of you, but I want to work with someone who's actually like walk the walk. They don't just talk the talk, So that's something that I do. I actively run my own YouTube channel and my business. Told all of you about my internship experience. And also I have 7-figure YouTubepreneurs as mentors. So I learn from them. What else? You all know this by now. I treat my clients like family. You're not a number. Ethical sales process. I'm not here to, some coaches are just so sleazy. They're like, oh, you got to buy now or else you can take out this loan. You're guaranteed to make 10 grand by the end of 90 days. That's not what I'm about. I'm about ethical sales process. I'm here to help you pick. If you don't know which tier to pick, let me know and I will help you pick the one that's most in alignment with you. It may not be diamond. If silver is better for you, I'm going to tell you. It's based on where you're at, what your goals are, and what your budget is. Also, I continuously invest in myself. So when my clients know this, the income that I earn, I reinvest it. I hire new mentors. I hire people to help me with the business. I give them more resources. I just invested. Now I'm paying $200 a month for an app. And so the income that I earn isn't money in my pocket. I don't go out and like buy myself purses. I don't even like purses or nice shoes. So I invest it back into you to help you further get the result. So that's what this is. And I work with 7-figure mentors. To be honest with all of you, at the end of December, I paid 15 grand for an ad agency. And then earlier this month, I paid another 15 grand for a high-level mastermind. And I tell you all of that because I want all of you to see that being an entrepreneur and a YouTuber, you have to constantly invest in yourself. And this investment that I'm doing in me is mirroring the dedication that I ask from you too. So I just want to put that out there. I know all of you see the value in it, especially if you're still listening to this point, but I just want you to see that, like, I hope this is something that you can model, me investing in myself. I tell you that because to inspire you to do the same. And when I was a broke college senior, I was a barista making minimum wage, $7.25 an hour in Indiana. And I wanted to go to Tony Robbins Business Mastery. It cost 10 grand. There was a $2K down payment, which is all the money I had. I just had $2K for the down payment. And for a whole year, I committed to $7.25 a month because I knew that the conference would change my life. It felt transformative and expansive. And I knew that I could be resourceful. That would activate the resourceful part of my brain. So if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I can't afford that. Like I'm in college or I don't know, like whatever. Like I have children. Where there's a will, there's always a way. And I know that you know that. It's one of those things where I don't need to even convince you much on. When I heard about Tony Robbins, I was in. I was like, I'm doing this for me. I know that this is going to help me. And I trusted myself. I trusted in myself. I trusted in the process. I trusted in Tony. But the biggest thing is trusting in yourself. So also I have a unique combination of qualities. Gen Zer, young, savvy, I'm here to help you with your needs. So yeah, that's all I have for you in this. If you have any questions, let me know. Here, let me put my email on the screen so you all can message me. Actually, let me just put it in the chat. It's in the description. I don't even need to do that. It's in the description. If you want to email me down below. But yeah, I've been going at this for 2.5 hours. I hope all of you got value from this. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you very soon because I do plan to do more lives on this channel. This is so much fun. Thanks everyone. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.